Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Wednesday, May 1st, 2024, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $, ORION-NWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got some afternoon baseball this Wednesday. The Atlanta Braves versus the Seattle Mariners. The rubber match, the last one in the 3-game set, and we are seeking the sweep. Let's cue the music, take a look at the thumb, and then we'll get into this starting lineups. Let's get it, baby. And with the thumb on the left for the trifecta, Ronald Acuna Jr., and on the right, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Tridents up. And let's start it off here with the visiting Atlanta Braves. Leading off for the Atlanta Braves, right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. Batting second, playing second base for Atlanta, Ozzie Albies. Batting third for the Braves, third baseman, Austin Riley. Batting cleanup and batting fourth, first baseman, Matt Olson. Batting fifth, DHing for Atlanta, Marcell Ozuna. Batting sixth, playing left field this afternoon, Adam Duvall. Batting seventh, playing center field, Michael Harris II. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, Orlando Arcia. Batting ninth and catching for the Braves this afternoon, Chadwick Trump. And on the mound for the Atlanta Braves with a 3-1 record and an ERA of 3.69, the former Boston Red Sox, Chris Sale. I like those photos. Okay, baby. Let's go. Trying to go for the sweep. Get the brooms. And let's get into the home Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Tridents up. Batting second and playing right field, Mitch Haniger. Batting third and playing second base for Seattle, Jorge Polanco. Batting cleanup and DHing for the Mariners, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting fifth and playing first base, Ty France. Batting sixth and playing shortstop for the Mariners, Demo Dylan Moore. Batting seventh and playing third base this afternoon, Luis Urias. Batting eighth and playing left field for Seattle, Sam Haggerty. And batting ninth, catching for the Mariners this afternoon, Sebi Zavala. And on the mound for the Mariners in the 5-hole with a record of 3 wins and 2 losses and an ERA of 5.06. Let's make it 4-2 and let's get that ERA into the 4s. It's our guy, Emerson Hancock. Let's go, baby. And in every show, we make sure that we go over mental health. It's very, very important. You know, a lot of people are going through depression, anxiety, addiction. I've been there. So make sure that you are making the proper adjustments day in and day out to your diet, to your health, making sure you get some fresh air and you get some walks out there, exercise. And if you make these minor adjustments, you can get out of the darkness and get back to being your regular self, and you can win the day. Big facts. Let's go, baby. I am ready. Daniel in the building. What's good? Lauren in the building. What's good? Let's go. Let's go. Let's get the Mariner Moose out early. Let's do it early rather than late. Okay? We had to count on our blessings last night with our bullpen to be able to hang on. And Stanek almost lost it for us there. But thank God we had the faith of the Mariner Moose and the faithful of the Mariner organization. And we found a way to climb it out and get that dub. Amazing, baby. Let's go. We've won the last 5 series. We're on the cusp of sweeping the Atlanta Braves. And in the last 3 series, we have not only beaten the World Series champion, the runner-up, as well as the team with the best record, the Atlanta Braves. And I got stats for days based on how good our pitching has been doing as of late. Let's take a quick peek. Seattle Mariner pitching ranks, opponent average, .163. Let's see what that is. Oh, number 1 in Major League Baseball. Earned runs, right, as of late. 20. What's that? First in MLB. K per 9 innings. 10.22. Number 2 in MLB. WAR 3.1. That is second in the MLB. And ERA pitching ranks for the Seattle Mariners 1.44. And guess what that is? Number 1 in Major League Baseball. Now, again, we have a lot of ground to make up on the hitting side. We're in the bottom 10. But again, it can only go up from here. We don't have J.P. Crawford. We brought down Jonathan Clase. I'm still waiting on Harry Ford to get an opportunity either this year or next year. But again, hopefully we can find a way for Emerson Hancock to give up 5 runs or less, preferably 3 or less. And if he can give us 3 or less and the bullpen gives up only 1 or 2, preferably 0, but we have to be realistic. Atlanta, we've beaten them the last 2 games. This is the team with the best record in Major League Baseball. And this is the first time that they've lost back-to-back games since last year. So it shows you how good the Mariners really are. If we can find a way to get into the postseason, who's to say that the Mariners can't go to the ALDS, ALCS, or a World Series this year, next year, or possibly the following year? But I feel if we can keep this core intact, make sure we make the proper adjustments with hitters in the next 2 to 3 years, get rid of some guys, bring some new guys in. At some point, the formula's got to work, and hopefully we can end up making the playoffs this season. And who knows, maybe an ALDS, ALCS, or World Series appearance in the next 3 to 5 years. And it could be as early as this season. Right now, the Orioles and the Mariners are kind of the sleeper teams. Obviously, we know the Rangers and Yankees are going to get that love and that pub, but you never can count out the underdog. Same thing goes on the National League side. You got the Braves and the Dodgers. But in the last couple years, we've had the Phillies and the Diamondbacks. So you never can count out those teams that are typically in 3rd, 4th, or 5th place. Yeah, you might not have 100 to 115 wins like the Dodgers and the Braves, but it's not about whoever has the most wins in the regular season. It's who's hot and healthy going into the postseason. Let's go, baby. I'm ready. I got the Julio Rodriguez jersey on. I am ready to go. Let's get it, baby. Hopefully we can get the brooms out and we can sweep. But again, if we don't, I think it's kind of expected, since we have our 5-hole pitcher going against Chris Sale. But again, if the bats can come alive and the bottom end of the lineup isn't looking too inviting with Demo, Luis Urias, Sam Haggerty, and Sebi Zavala. So you could honestly say 4 guys out of the 9 are kind of unproven. And we don't really know what we're going to get out of that particular lineup. But sometimes when your team is hot, right, the guys that you least expect to be the hero end up being the heroes. So we'll see what we get from Demo, Luis Urias, Sam Haggerty, and Sebi Zavala. But we're going to need a good performance out of Julio, Haniger, Polanco, Raleigh, and France. And hopefully Hancock can give up, 3 runs or less. And then the bullpen 1 or 2. But if we can get to 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits, we're going to win today. 100%. If we get to 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits, and as long as Emerson Hancock doesn't have a terrible start and he can give up 3 runs or less, even if he gives up 4, I still think that we would have a chance if the bats can come alive. If not, then we might end up losing this matchup 3-1 or 4-2, something in that nature. But I'm hoping that we can get more than 1 or 2 runs today against Chris Sale. Let's go, baby. I am ready. Let's go. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. And do your boy a solid and like and retweet the stream on the Twitter side if you can for me. And that'll help us get more people here. And make sure you're smashing the like button on the YouTube side. Obviously, they don't have a like button yet on the Twitter side, but eventually I know they will. And hopefully we can get to 10 likes sooner than later. We're about halfway there now. And then once we end up getting to 10, we'll go to 15. And then we'll shoot for 20. And then we shoot for the goal on the dono side, 100 on every stream that we do. Let's go. We're shooting for 20 likes or more, and we're shooting for 100 in the donos. We got Wednesday afternoon baseball. We have no Mariner game tomorrow, but it is my birthday, so we will do a birthday stream tomorrow, and we'll probably discuss the NFL and obviously post-NFL draft, kind of the landscape of what's going on, unless I end up doing an NHL hockey playoff matchup instead. It'll be one or the other. Freestyle stream talking about the NFL, or we'll do an NHL playoff game for the birthday tomorrow. And then we have 3-game set with the Astros and like a 3 or 4 game set with the Twins. There's only 2 days off for the Mariners all month, and tomorrow is one of them. So let's go. I want to make sure I have a good birthday tomorrow, and nothing would make me happier than Emerson Hancock getting a big dub here today and getting the brooms out and getting the sweep for the Seattle Mariners. Let's go. A dreary, snowy, rainy day in Calgary. Hey, there we go. Is it too early for a Rainier or a Miller Lite for you out there? It's right now, it's 12:41 here Pacific time. And it's never too early to have a beer. Let's go. And I had to end up, getting brand new images on the thumbnail for Acuna and Julio. And this one frustrated me a little bit. It took me like probably 45 minutes to an hour to complete everything. Because as soon as I got it done, as far as the live play-by-play and reactions, it errored out and went behind the player and behind the team symbols. So then I had to restart the computer, start it over, did it again, it errored out again. And then the third time was the charm, and we got it going. But now I got 2 more images that we can use in the future for Ronald Acuna Jr. and Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, baby. Emerson Hancock, 3-2 record, 5.06 ERA. Let's go, baby. First pitch to Acuna, fouled off, 245 average, 1 homer and 6 ribbies. Not the most ideal start for Ronald Acuna Jr., a guy that can get, 20, 30, 40, 50 home runs and 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 stolen bags in a season. We can hopefully find a way to limit his production, and he's only 1 for 8 this series. And again, we will find out how good Emerson Hancock really is. First-round pick out of Georgia, a couple years ago. This should have been Brian Wu, but Brian Wu has been hurt at the beginning of the year, the last 2 years. So Hancock gets the role, and we'll see what happens when Brian Wu comes back, if he takes the spot or if Hancock ends up being the number 5 pitcher moving forward. But I would assume they're going to give Wu a shot to earn it back, since he was the number 1 5-hole guy, and he ended up getting hurt. And you don't want to lose your job based off injury. You want to lose it based off poor performance only. Big facts. Top of the first, Hancock right down the middle. Let's go, baby. You kidding me? Ronald Acuna Jr. who? Let's go. Right out of the gates. He's like, I'm just as good as the other 4. I'm just as good as Castillo, Kirby, Gilbert, and Miller. Hancock, baby. Let's go. 1K out of the gates. I love it. Let's go. Let's go for 10 Ks. And I know that's a little aggressive for your 5th pitcher in the lineup, but the Mariners are good enough where we got 6 guys that can get 10 Ks in any game. And obviously the guy that's least likely to do it is this guy, Emerson Hancock. But let's go for shooting for the moon. Let's shoot for the stars. And if he doesn't get 10 Ks and he gets 8 and we still win, it's a win-win. So let's shoot for big, big numbers, double digits out of all our starters, including Brian Wu. And then if we fall short with 7 or 8 and we still get the dub, who cares, right? We just don't want guys that have 5 Ks or less. Because typically if you got 5 Ks or less, you probably have a shitload of walks and you probably have given up quite a few runs or maybe even a couple hit by pitches as well. So we want to make sure we're shooting for the moon. Let's go. Lauren in the building. Let's go, baby. Jason in the building. Let's go. Let's go. Trident's up. The Julio jersey is on. I'm ready, baby. 1-2 pitch by Hancock. Pitch is high. 2-2 count. And Hancock is going to be a guy that he throws with speed, but he does have some location. He's not going to just try to sling it by you every single time like Bryce Miller and Luis Castillo. He's going to have a little bit of Logan Gilbert and a little bit of George Kirby where, you'll be able to pitch 95 to 100, right? But again, it's going to be about location and baiting some guys here and there as well. So again, and if you're Castillo and Miller and you're going right down the middle, what's going to happen? It's either going to be a punch out or a home run. And that's the only thing you worry about as far as Mariners pitching moving forward. 2-2 pitch to Albies. Pitches outside. 3-2 count. Count is full. Let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Matt is helping a friend move, so I'm going to be handling the duties by myself at this point, unless we have someone want to step up for me, as one of the regulars. Pitches low and inside towards the knees, and that is a walk for Ozzie Albies. I see you, Ozzie. Next up, third baseman, Austin Riley. Let's go, baby. Yeah, we got a pitching factory here. Big facts. Pitches outside, 1-0 count. Top of the first, 0-0, Mariners and Braves. We've won the last 5 series, and we are going for the sweep with the team that's got the best record in Major League Baseball, and they didn't lose back-to-back games since last year. So it shows you what the Mariners are doing right now in baseball is incredibly special. 226 average, 2 homers, and 14 ribbies for Austin Riley. Let's go, Hancock. Let's go, baby. 2-0 pitch for Emerson. Pitches outside, losing a little bit of control there. 3-0 count. Come on, Emerson. We got to make sure you're giving up 3 runs or less, maximum 4. All right, with this particular lineup that we have in, it's going to be challenging to get to 5 runs and 7 to 10 hits, and he walked them. Uh-oh. Now we're going to have to pray for a double play here to get out of this inning. Come on, Hancock. You're a 5-hole pitcher. You don't want to have Wu take your spot immediately. Let's go. Everyone else has been fantastic. Don't be the weak link. Next up, first baseman, Matt Olson. And if we're not careful here, this could be 3-0 in the first inning with 1 swing, just like you're seeing on the screen right there. Settle down, Emerson Hancock. Come on, baby. Go, baby. Trident's up. Good afternoon, Jason. How are you doing? Let's go, Lauren. Bust out the Rainiers. We might need it. 202 average, 3 home runs, 15 ribbies for Matt Olson. That tomahawk chop, they've been hurting these last 2 games. Atlanta Braves Twitter is going down in a meltdown. They're not giving the Mariners credit. They're just pretty much saying that the Braves fucked up. They're not being able to give us credit as being one of the best teams in Major League Baseball here in the last couple weeks. So let's let them know that we're for real, and let's try to get the sweep here today. Come on, Hancock. Let's go. Top of the first, Braves 0, Mariners 0, runners at first and second with 1 away. It would be great to just dribble into a little grounder for a double play to Polanco. Big swing and a miss. Behind in the count 0-2. I like that. And it's nice to see Acuna and Olsen struggling early on in the season, not like they were playing midway and towards the end of the season, just like Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman. These guys were unstoppable as a duo. Ronald Acuna Jr. and Matt Olson. Pitches right outside of the strike zone, 1-2 count. That was close. We'll have to see what kind of ump calls that we're going to get today outside of the zone. As long as it's not Angel Hernandez, we'll be fine. Come on, baby. Find a way to get out of this inning. I don't want to give up runs in the first. Chop foul. Still ahead of the count, 1-2. And shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. And if you're watching on the Twitter side, jump on the YouTube side and smash the like button. You can comment on the YouTube side. Obviously, you can like the stream from the YouTube side. You don't have the option to do those two things on the Twitter/X side, but you can donate from the Cash App there. And obviously, you can end up watching the stream comfortably there if you'd like as well. Right down the middle. And we got him. Hancock, baby. Another K looking. Let's go, baby. Yes, sir. Mariner Moose is liking that. Yes, sir. Nice slider by Emerson Hancock. Let's go. 2 Ks for Emerson Hancock already? And this is our 5-hole pitcher. This isn't supposed to happen. Let's go. I love it. I love it. I love it. Could you imagine if he retires the side here as a 5-hole pitcher? I mean, think about how many 5-hole pitchers that are even good. Not many in Major League Baseball in the 5-hole. But we're trying to prove that we got 2 of them. And Brian Wu and Emerson Hancock. Next up, DHing for Atlanta, Marcell Ozuna. Behind in the count, 0-1. 395 average, 4 homers and 27 ribbies with runners in scoring position in 2024, which is fucking ridiculous. So let's find a way to get out of this inning so Ozuna doesn't go for a 3-run blast. Let's go. Pitch is outside towards the knees. 2-1 count. Keep those runners honest. And again, we don't have Cal Raleigh. We got Sebi Zavala back there. And, every once in a while, Sebi will come up big, but you can't really expect a whole lot hitting-wise from Demo, Urias, Haggerty, and Zavala. But hopefully we can count on their defense today because we're going to need it. Shortstop, third base, left field, as well as catcher tonight. Let's go. 2-1 pitch. Pitch is outside. 3-1 count. Big right here. Come on, baby. Come on, Hancock, get out of this inning. Come on, baby. 3-1 pitch. Let's go, baby. 3-2. His slider is fucking nasty. I feel that, and he goes slider, change up, 4-seam slider. So whenever he can squeeze in that slider, it's going to be very impressive. Don't be surprised if we get a K here. I think he's starting to feel it with that slider right now. Let's see. Top of the first, runners at first and second, no problem. We got 5 amazing pitchers. Hell, we got 6. 3-2 pitch. Yes, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Hey, it wasn't 3 up and 3 down, but 3 Ks and leaving 2 stranded. That's pretty fucking good for a 5-hole pitcher that, most people have no expectations of whatsoever. He's 3-2. We win today, 4-2, which is amazing. Let's get that ERA down from 5, and hopefully we can bring it down into the 4s. And then a few starts from now, hopefully into the mid to high 3s. And then we're cooking, baby. We are cooking. Let's go. Man, before this game started, and right now, let's go. Fucking Joe Dirt approved. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Leading off for the Mariners in the bottom of the first, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Tridents up, baby. Let's go. We need you. Bring that electricity. Batting second, right fielder, Mitch Haniga. And batting third, switch hitter, second baseman, Jorge Polanco. Let's go, baby. I see you go yard yesterday. Keep it moving. Let's go. That's a great sign when you can get Wu 8, 9, 10, 11 Ks. And Hancock, if we can get him, up to that standard where, hey, you can't be satisfied with like 5 Ks, 6 Ks. Oh, I did good. No, fuck that. We got to be able to try to go for 10 every single time, especially as good as Castillo and Kirby and Gilbert and Miller have been. Why not raise the expectations? Hell, you're a first rounder out of Georgia. Let's prove it. Let's prove that we made the right choice picking you that high in the draft a couple years ago. Nice job, Emerson. And on the mound for the Atlanta Braves, the former Red Sox. He's been bounced around. 3-1 record with a 3.69 ERA. Chris Sale. Cool photos of him there. First pitch to Julio. He doesn't swing. It's a miracle, but he takes a strike, but I'll take that. Let's go, baby. We need you. Oh, 1 pitch. Julio crushes it. Foul. Wow, upper deck. Wow, and then it falls down to the lower deck. Grab it. A Julio foul ball. Come on now. People be punching each other for one of those. Let's go. Tim in the building. What's good? Chris Sale on the mound. 0-2 pitch to Julio. Popped up. Easy out there for the Atlanta Braves. Harris, 1 away. Next up, right fielder, Mitch Haniger. We got nobody batting 300 in this lineup, so it's going to be a challenge. Go, Haniger. Bottom of the first, 0-0 Braves and Mariners. Chris Sale pitches outside, 1-0 count. 228 average, 4 home runs, and 18 ribbies for Haniger in 2024. I don't know if the Braves bats have been slumping all year. As of late, the Mariners have the #1 pitching staff, so that's a big part of it. If you were playing someone other than the Mariners, you probably wouldn't have lost back-to-back games for the first time in 2024. But again, our bats aren't very good. You know, we're in the bottom 10 in hitting, but our pitching is #1. So if your pitching is #1 and you got a good bullpen and a good closer, you're going to be in almost every game. Even if you only score 1 to 4 runs. But typically the number for the Mariners to win when our pitching isn't #1 is 5 runs and 7 to 10 hits. And if we get 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits, we can win 90 to 95% of the time. But if we don't get that number, then we typically lose 90 to 95% of the time. So we'll see how it goes. But again, in the last 3 series, we won 5 series in a row. We're the hottest team in baseball right now. In the last couple weeks especially. And, we've beaten the world champs, the Texas Rangers. We've beaten the runner-up, the Arizona Diamondbacks, and we've beaten the Braves so far in these first 2 games with the best record here in 2024. Haniger strikes out. Not a nice pitch there by Chris Sale. I see you. Let's go, baby. (3-1) record with a 3.69 ERA. A crafty lefty. This is going to be difficult for the Mariners today. Next up for the Mariners, second baseman Jorge Polanco takes a strike looking, 0-1 count. Still got the best record in baseball, though. So, it's not like you're 9-19. It's not like you're the fucking Houston Astros, being at the top and then being at the bottom. So you still got a lot to look forward to. Now, the main thing for the Atlanta Braves and the Los Angeles Dodgers, you can't choke in the playoffs and win 100 to 115 games and be like the best team in baseball in the regular season. You got to close the deal. You can't have a team like the Phillies or the Diamondbacks creep up and beat you guys. So hopefully you guys can get past those sneaky 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th place teams, and the teams that are hot and healthy going into the playoffs. And hopefully you guys will end up making a World Series here sooner than later. Who knows? And we might see an Atlanta Braves Seattle Mariner World Series in the next 5 years. Big swing and a miss, and he just punched out Polanco. Great pitch by Chris Sale. That was nasty. You, Chris. We're not haters here. End of the first inning. We're still knotted up here at 0. 3 Ks by Hancock, 2 from Sale. It's a pitching duel. We've been saying that pretty much every game the Mariners have played here in the last 2 weeks, but this is going to be tough. Next up, in the top of the second, for the Atlanta Braves, leading off at left field, Adam Duvall. Batting second this inning, Michael Harris II. And batting third, shortstop for the Atlanta Braves, Orlando Arcia. I mean, Atlanta is a big market team like Los Angeles, so you would assume at some point or another, as long as your pitching can stay healthy. I think that's kind of the downfall for Atlanta and Los Angeles, the Dodgers and the Braves, is that usually the pitching, something happens. Either at the beginning of the season, like this year with Strider, in the middle of the season, or right before the playoffs. Something happens. And then if you end up losing a starter or, a closer or, one of those pieces, it really ends up being the downfall of the team, because then you end up getting a team that has everything hot and healthy. And yeah, they might only win 90 to 95 games like the Phillies or the Diamondbacks. But again, sometimes that's enough to get past the number one team in the National League, like the Braves or Dodgers, or maybe a team like the Astros in the past, even though they're terrible this year. Now it looks like it's going to be the Rangers and the Yankees, but I wouldn't count out the Orioles and the Mariners for making some, real big noise late in the year. I would love to see an Orioles-Mariners ALCS. And if we end up getting a Dodgers-Braves NLCS, I wouldn't be mad at that either. My dad's a Dodger fan since the 50s, so I'm very familiar with the powerhouse teams there in the National League. Let's go, baby. Ahead of the count, 0-2. Emerson Hancock, let's go. Get another K here. He's rolling, baby. Get Duvall out. Popped up. Is it foul? Yes, it is. Nice souvenir there in about the 10th row. Let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share, help your boy out. Let's take a quick peek to see what we're at on the likes on the stream, and hopefully we're at 10 by now. And if we're not at 10, hopefully we're going to get there very shortly. All right, if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. We got 16 people on the side on YouTube, and we got another 20 plus on the Twitter/X side, and we only have 5 likes. So for the 16 people that are watching on YouTube, you guys have the ability to like the stream. The people on Twitter do not unless they come here to YouTube. So out of those people that are watching, if you can do your boy a solid and smash the like button so that way we can get as close to 10, and then hopefully we can end up getting to 20 at that point. But we got 33 people watching overall. Appreciate y'all. Let's go, baby. One away. Top of the second. Harris popped out there to the shortstop. There we go. Good start here for the Mariners. I like it. Duvall, nothing. Harris, nothing with the pop-up. Next up, shortstop, Orlando Arcia. Julio right there. No fly zone. There we go. 3 up and 3 down. Nice job, baby. Four more people to get to 10. Help your boy out. It's all about analytics and metrics, especially if you're watching and you're not going to comment, you're not going to donate, you're not going to share. The least you can do is smash the like button so that way we get more people here on the stream, on the Twitter side as well as the YouTube side. All right, let's go to the bottom of the second inning. Leading off for the Mariners, DHing this afternoon, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting second, playing first base, Ty France. And batting third this inning, Demo, shortstop, Dylan Moore. Let's go, baby. I agree. Yeah, but also, too, sometimes he'll get roughed up right out of the gates, kind of like Castillo. But, again, first time around was good. But, again, once we have to see, once he goes through that lineup again, if they adjust to that slider or not. And if that slider is that money pitch, he might be 10K bound. He might end up having a career high today, depending on how it goes here in the next 3 innings. Again, if he can get 2 Ks, per inning, moving forward, we're going to be sitting pretty fucking good and getting very, very close to that 8, 9, and 10 mark. So let's go. I agree, Lauren. Let's go, baby. All right, we need 3 more likes to get to 10. Let's get there, baby. Go, Cal. Bottom of the second. First pitch, big swing and a miss there. 0-1 count. 227 average, 6 homers and 13 ribbies. A little unexpected on the home runs from Cal Raleigh. Usually he's one of the guys that is the last one to get hot. Normally maybe around June or July. So for him to have 6 homers already is big. And at some point, if he gets hot in July or August, there's a chance that he could end up hitting 30 home runs this season, maybe even 35. Chris Sale, 1-1 pitch. Pitches inside towards the knees on Cal, 2-1 count. I see you, Chris. Got a wicked delivery for a lefty. He may not be the same pitcher as he was years ago, but again, he's 3-1 this year, right? His ERA is decent, so obviously that's going to help them out considering Spencer Strider is out for the year with the Tommy John. So to have another piece in there, with Max Fried, that's nice for the Atlanta Braves. That way they can compete with not only the Dodgers, but the rest of the teams in the National League as well. Well, I feel a lot of it, too, was like salary. So, I feel that with Kelenic, there's some positive things about him. And then there's some like immaturity issues as well, like kicking the water cooler and breaking his foot and whatnot. So I would say he's like half liked and half disliked from the Mariner fan base. But I think that it's a good fit for you guys, they're in Atlanta, but we got rid of Kelenic and Teoscar Hernandez to the Dodgers, as well as Eugenio Suarez to third base. And again, the hitting is still around 200, 220 as a team. So it seems like no matter who we bring in or who we bring out, and we kick out and we bring in new guys, we still haven't found the right combination of guys that can hit. So, and I like those 3 guys, Kelenic, Teoscar, and Eugenio Suarez. I mean, if I had my choice, if I could have those guys back, as well as Mike Ford, that we let go of DH and Tom Murphy, the backup catcher, so be it. But again, I'm not in charge of the Mariners front office. But the pitching has been fantastic this year. And, again, we were, kind of anticipating that. Now we just need the bats to be in the top 15. And if we can turn into a top 5 pitching staff, top 10 hitting, that's when we're going to end up advancing to the World Series or possibly the ALDS, ALCS sooner than later. Ty France fouls it off. But sometimes when you have a guy that's talented, but in the dugout or, behind the scenes might be, I don't want to say a cancer, but someone that maybe is a little extra that's hard to work with or deal with. Sometimes, you're going to boot that guy out of there just to try to keep the team chemistry at a high level. And I liked Kelenic, last year in the first 60 games, he was the only one that was really batting average, that was doing well. But again, we had him for 3 years, and it just wasn't going to be a fit long-term for us. But hopefully it ends up being a fit for you guys. Hit right up the middle. Throw to first. 2 away. Come on, Ty. Run faster. Show some fucking effort, Ty. Next up, shortstop, Demo Dylan Moore. Let's go, Demo. Takes a strike. Behind in the count, 0-1. Bottom of the second, 0-0. Braves and Mariners. Go, Demo. 0-1 pitch. Pitches outside. Good eye. 1-1 count to Dylan Moore. Whoa! They called that a strike? Hell no! 0-2. You got to be shitting me. Who is this? Angel Hernandez? We're going to get out here then. There it is. After that cheap strike, too, that was a ball. And then he got him swinging there in that third pitch. 3 up and 3 down. Nice job by Chris Sale. I see you, Chris. Let's take a quick look at the pitching numbers so far. Chris Sale, 2 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 0 walks, and 4 Ks. So he's pacing for 10 to 12 Ks now, and we'll see if he ends up getting there. And let's take a quick look at Emerson Hancock. Let's see where he's sitting. All right, Emerson Hancock, 2 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 2 walks, and 4 Ks. So even though he's got the 2 walks, nice to be able to see him competing with a vet like Chris Sale with 4 Ks each. And that's very surprising for a guy in our 5-hole, Emerson Hancock. Let's go. All right, end of the second inning. Let's go to the top of the third, and we might not get a whole lot of runs, on the Mariners side until Sale gets out. For the Braves side, you assume they would start roughing up Emerson Hancock, but hopefully we can end up, having him complete 6 innings today. All right, next up for the Atlanta Braves, backup catcher Chadwick Tromp. Batting second, 0 for 1 with a K. Right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. And batting third, 0 for 0 with a base on ball, second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Yeah, that was a terrible effort by Ty. Like, even though you're not, you don't think you're going to end up making it, you never know when you hustle to first, and they end up bobbling it or their foot goes off the bag momentarily. And sometimes that cheap, single getting to first base will lead to an RBI or a home run at the next at bat. And I feel that baseball players would be focused on that knowing the effort that you put in, even if it doesn't look like you're going to make it safe to first, that next guy behind you might be able to knock you home. But again, for guys like Ty, I'm not saying he's extremely overweight, but, he definitely lost some pounds and Cal Raleigh lost some pounds. But again, shitty effort there by Ty running to first. Chadwick Tromp, Julio, 1 away. There we go. Good defense out there in the outfield by Julio Rodriguez. No fly zone, baby. Next up, right fielder Ronald Acuna Jr. Big swing and a miss. Big rip by Acuna. Acuna and Matt Olson have not gotten to the groove of things just yet, but that's what makes it kind of so impressive that even though their 2 best players, haven't got it going, in the lineup, right? They're still 19-9. Impressive. Top of the third, 0-0 Braves and Mariners. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help your boy out. Smash that like button on the YouTube side. Help your boy out. Nice hit by Acuna right over Demo and Polanco's head. There we go. Nice hit by Ronald Acuna Jr. there. I'll even throw up a secondary photo for him. I'm not a hater. Just out of the reach out of Demo's hands. There we go, Acuna. I see you. Next up for the Braves, second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Doing his best Air Jordan impersonation there. Nice. Going to Mariners Nats and Mariners Orioles. I'm actually going to Mariners Orioles on July 4th in Seattle. So I definitely want to check out Adley Rushman, Pacific Northwest Ties, Gunnar Henderson, and the rest of the crew. Not sure if Jackson Holiday will be called back up by then. Matt Holiday's son, he had a rough start going 1 for 26 or 1 for 30. Not ideal, and he got sent back down. Shep in the building. How are you, man? Good to see you in here finally out of the third game in the set. I figured I would see you at least once in these 3 games, and I figured that since you didn't show up on Monday and Tuesday, I figured you were working. So And tomorrow is my birthday, and no Mariner game, but we'll end up doing like either an NFL freestyle stream, going over the NFL draft and where our teams are sitting now after the draft, or I might do an NHL playoff game, and then we're going to go into the Astros. Popped up. There we go. 2 away. Good defense there by Urias. And then we're going to go to the Houston Astros for a 3-game set, and then we're going to go to Minnesota for a 3 to 4 game set. So we only have 2 days off all month, and one of them's tomorrow. But again, since it's my birthday, we won't take the day off. We'll make sure we stream for like an hour or two. I don't have anything planned. I'm just going to kind of chill with Paisley, and then not this weekend, but the following weekend, me and my best friend Justin, we're going to go downtown Portland, and we're going to hit up the 2-story arcade ground control that's got old school and new school games, and then maybe have a couple beers, and then hit up a pizza or burger spot, and then maybe hit up Voodoo Donuts, and then have a couple drinks, maybe end up having a little session and have a fun time. Let's go. Let's go. Well, we already ended up, winning this series. So if we lose today, it's not going to hurt our feelings. If anything, it's going to be the Braves fans like Tim and Shep that are hurting a little bit. But again, at least it shows you that the Mariners are the real deal. And maybe we'll end up facing you guys one day in the World Series. I would love that. That would be a dream come true, to go against the best of the best. And again, we don't even have our hitting on point yet. But once we figure it out, we're going to be very dangerous like the Baltimore Orioles. Like, if I had to put money on, the Orioles or the Mariners compared to the Rangers and the Yankees, give me the Mariners and the Orioles. I really like what these two young teams are doing. And again, the Rangers were phenomenal last year, and the Rangers might end up winning the World Series again. Who knows? But I just like our chances as being that young and up-and-coming team in the American League. And then obviously you guys got the Dodgers and Braves as the powerhouse. And then we have to see if the Phillies, Diamondbacks, or some other rando team comes up to challenge the other 4. Pitches outside, 1-0 count. Let's go. I hope so too, man. Like I said, I don't got anything planned. All right, Jason's keeping up on the likes for us. We're at 10. Let's get to 15. If you haven't smashed the like button just yet, Jesus Christ, wild pitch. And runners both advance there. Golly, that was ugly with 2 outs. Hopefully we don't give up anything here. Big error. Riley to second, Acuna to third. Throwing error by Emerson Hancock. And again, if you're going to make a play to the second baseman, or if you're a pitcher and you're going to throw it to first, right? Don't throw wild with your body. Pitchers have to realize, keep your legs and your body flat-footed, be calm and throw, but don't throw just like wildly, turning around and throwing and then having it go over the head. And then that typically happens with pitchers in Major League Baseball. They get so overly excited to try to throw the guy out at second or first, it ends up being an error, and that ends up turning into runs being scored for the other team. Tough. Yeah, bullshit, you guys aren't hurting. I went to Atlanta Braves fucking Twitter and all your guys' socials. You guys were bitching and moaning and crying that you guys couldn't win these last 2 games and making all these fucking excuses. Stop it with that. You guys are 19-9, but acting like these 2 games haven't hurt you guys is ridiculous. Because if everything was cool, you guys would give us credit for beating you guys, but you guys can't even do that as a fan base. I checked the receipts. I looked through all of Facebook and Instagram and on the Atlanta Braves Twitter, and you barely get anybody, showing love and respect to the other teams. At least us Mariner fans, we can give love and respect to other teams. We don't have to have it always be about us. If someone beats our ass, we'll compliment them and say, hey, you guys did a great job. All right, but for other fan bases, not so much. Facts. Yeah, and we just beat you guys the last 2 games, and you guys choked the last couple of years. So, yeah, best record in the regular season doesn't win you shit. Nice try, Tim. I got a handkerchief for your tears here if you need them. Top of the third, 0-0, Braves and Mariners. Braves are about to get some runs here, it feels like. Hopefully we can find a way to limit the action. Next up, 0 for 1 with a K, DH, Marcell Ozuna. Big swing and a miss. Yeah, Shep, you and me are good. I don't know Tim, Yeah, you don't want to fuck with me. You don't want to fuck with me, Tim. All right, check the receipts. No one else is going to read or watch more film than me, my guy. Okay? Nothing's going to come past me. All right. Well, there goes Tim. Nice knowing you, Tim. Enjoy the tears watching the game by yourself on YouTube. Tim acting like a Houston Astro fan, acting like they didn't cheat. Top of the third, 0-0 Braves and Mariners. Yeah, don't fuck with me, man. Pitches outside, 1-2 count. Tim the Toolman Taylor, see you later. But you and me are good, Shep. Hey, you want to step up to Muhammad Ali, and you better get your chin ready. 2-2 count. Lauren loves it. Lauren loves it. And when people come in, you want to step up to your boy. It's like getting into a rap battle. If you're not Drake or J. Cole or Kendrick, sit down. Because you will be eliminated. Fatality. Finish him. Pitches outside. 3-2 count. Yeah, and the thing is, again, to act like these two losses, because this is the first time the Braves have lost back-to-back since last year, and again, it's okay to be able to give credit to the number one pitching staff in baseball, the hottest team in the last 2 weeks. It's okay to tip your hat and give them flowers that, hey, your pitching was amazing and you guys found a way. But again, you get people that want just to be able to talk about their team and can't give their flowers to anybody else. We don't need people like that. We want to make sure we're giving the flowers on both sides. It's not always about the name on the front, it's about the name on the back. The itchy trigger fingers. Itchy keyboard fingers. Sticky keyboard fingers by Tim the Toolman Taylor. Sorry, my guy. And there's a walk. 1-0 Braves. There you go, Shep. And again, we have our 5-hole pitcher here. So again, we already knew going into this game that there was a high probability that we would lose. And we also have 4 guys in the end of the lineup that aren't our normal starters. But with that being said, if we can get to 5 runs and 7 to 10 hits, we'll have a chance. And hopefully that the bullpen, we can get this, hopefully we don't have too much damage here. If we give up 1 or 2, that's fine. But we don't want to have Hancock give up 5 runs or more. I was hoping 3 or less, and that'll give us a chance late to be able to beat you guys. Next up for the Braves, Adam Duvall. .233 average, 2 homers, and 8 ribbies for Adam Duvall. 0-1 pitch. Pitches outside. 1-1 count. Come on, Hancock. We got to get back to that slider. Okay, you're doing these 4-seamers, and you're wild with them. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help your boy out. Pitch right down the middle for a strike. And we're at 10. We need 5 more to get to 15. We got 18 people in the room on one side, and then we got 22 on the other. We got 40 people watching. So if you're on the YouTube side, we got 18 people. We got 11 likes. So if you can smash the like button there, I would greatly appreciate it. That'll help us with the algorithm. Popped up. Oh, yeah, we're getting out of this inning with just 1. That's best case scenario. Julio Rodriguez. There we go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice job by Atlanta getting off the schneid and, obviously scoring first. Could have been a real big inning, for Atlanta, but thank God for the Mariners and for our fan base that it was only 1. Definitely could have been 4, 5, 6 that particular inning. Way to get out of that, Hancock. All right, next up for the Mariners, backup third baseman, 0-for-0, Luis Urias. Batting second, left fielder, 0-for-0, Sam Haggerty. Let's go, Ham Swaggerty. And batting third, backup catcher, Sebi Zavala. Let's go. Chris Sale is still doing his thing. And I imagine Braves fans like Shep are very happy that they got someone like this, considering Spencer Strider is out with Tommy John. But at least you have someone with Max Fried that you can pair up with to have a dynamic duo to kind of hold the ground and, continue moving forward in the positive direction. 2 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 0 walks, and 4 Ks for Chris Sale so far. But hopefully we can make that change and we can get a little bit of a dent into that particular number. And let's take a look at Hancock's numbers after that terrible inning. 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks, and 4 Ks. So we got to get those walks down, and we got to try to get that ERA down as well. But at least at this point, it's only 1-0. Let's go, Mariners. Yeah, bro, he's been amazing. He's got really good technique this year, and he looks like that pitcher on Boston that was in his prime years ago. So, and that's a good thing for you guys, considering the Strider debacle with the injury. So, how's everything going, Shep? Work, your personal life? How's everything going? I haven't got a chance to talk to you too much. And if you didn't show up for the series at all, I was going to message you later today or tomorrow morning. So I'm glad that you're here, because you were somebody that I was concerned about. I always like to check up on the regulars and see how they're doing. So pitches outside, 1-1 count to Luis Urias. Let's go, baby. And make sure you're taking care of your mental health, right? Depression, anxiety, addiction. These are things that we go through. Once you start to feel slipping a little bit into the darkness, make sure you're making the proper adjustments to exercise, maybe not party so much, cut back on the booze, get some fresh air, spend some time with some pets, check up on your friends, and slightly, make those adjustments daily, and you can end up getting out of that hole sooner than later. Chop foul. Count still 1-2 to Luis Urias. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Damn, that sucks, man. They've been working you, and I hope that that you can get some time to yourself, man. You deserve it. You're one of the hardest working guys that I know, man. Big swing and a miss by Urias, 1-2 count. But I'm hoping that you can find some personal time for yourself, to be able to catch some Braves games or hang out with us here on the NWSF side. So we miss you. We appreciate you. He said, Luis, your ass. Rojas is obviously much, much better. And go figure, I put Rojas on the photo, promoting that I'm doing the stream. And of course he's not fucking playing today, but maybe we'll see him pinch hit late in the game. I'm hoping that's what we get, and I know he'll get a clutch hit. He is the most consistent, reliable hitter on the Mariners in 2024. J-Ro, Josh Hollywood Rojas. Chopper. Up the second, run! Safe! No way! No! I want to see a replay. Show me a replay. Was he really out? Show me a replay. That was close. Let me see where his foot is on the bag. Good defense here by Atlanta. Little spin move here. Look at that. Why can't our players do that? Emerson Hancock tried to do that. Oh, he's out. Damn it. You got your Ken Griffey Jr. on? I got my Julio on right now as well. Well, that's good to hear. Yeah, we love Ken Griffey Jr. here. That's my favorite. My hero, besides my dad, Ken Griffey Jr. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Braves. 0-1 pitch to Haggerty, fouled off. And even though, this was 35 years ago, I remembered this as if it was yesterday with my dad. I got a chance to meet his dad as well, Ken Griffey Sr. Amazing day. Never will forget it. One of the best days of my life. Pitch low in the zone, 1-2 count. Yeah, Arcia with a great defensive play. I'll see you. Come on, Haggerty. Pitches outside, 2-2 count. Wow. Called strike 3? Unbelievable. This guy is like 2 feet off the plate calling K's for Sale. That's the second one that's been insane. Like, not even close. Look at the strike zone right here. It's not even close. It's closer to the bullpen than it is at the fucking. I mean, his framing is good, but Jesus Christ, that's something that fucking Tim the Toolman Taylor would have called a fucking strike. Golly, that was ridiculous. Next up, Sebi Zavala. I mean, what do we got? Angel Hernandez behind the fucking ump? Christ. I mean, if you're going to call strikes like that, we better get it with Hancock on the other side, where it's this much off the plate and we're getting strikes there too. Fuck's sake. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Braves. 2 outs, 0-1 count by Chris Sale. There we go. Nice job, Sebi. There we go. Nice job, Sebi Zavala. Next up for the Mariners, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, baby. We need you, Julio. Let's get it, baby. Trident's up. Pitch is inside towards the knees, 1-0 count. Yeah, and I don't mind if you're going to call it that crazy, right? Make sure that Emerson Hancock, when he has one that's about 2 feet off the fucking plate, closer into the fucking dugout, that we get a nice K on that as well. You know, you don't be calling it one-sided. You know, that's the thing that irritates me the most. If you're going to call it bad on both sides. If you're going to call it good on both sides. But don't have any favoritism when you're going to have it this much off the plate for one team, and then the strike zone is like this for the other. That is the most infuriating thing in baseball. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think everyone has gone, through those emotions before. Right down the middle. Nice pitch there by Sale. 2-1 count. Like, sub, donate, comment, share, baby. Let's go. Maybe we'll have Jason keep us up on the loop on how many likes we have. Let's get to 15. Come on, Julio. I know you can get a single here. Come on, baby. There we go. Yes, sir. My ESP is on point today. Nice job, Julio. Next up for the Mariners, right fielder, Mitch Haniger. Let's go, baby. We need 4 more people to smash the like button and we'll get to 15. 3 more people to smash the like button and we'll be at 15. 2 more people. We're moving in the right direction. There we go. 3 more to get to 15. Let's go. We got 36 people watching. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X and YouTube. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Atlanta. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. 0-1 pitch by Sale to Haniger is high. 1-1 count. Season with runners in scoring position. .333 average, 1 homer, and 12 ribbies by Mitch Haniger. Everyone's favorite Miach. Let's go. Go Haniger. Big swing and a miss. 1-2 count. Anything new going on for you, Shep, in your life besides just being overworked like a dog? Anything else new? Anything positive? One-two pitch. Chris Sale. Fucking A, man. I wish we had a Chris Sale on the Mariners. Nice job, Chris. We're not haters here. I guarantee every other Mariners streamer wouldn't even put up pictures of the opposing team or pitcher, but again, I'm not them. All right, 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, and the key stat for Chris Sale, no walks. That's where he would get in trouble early in his career when he wasn't wheeling and dealing, and he's got 6 Ks. He's pacing for 12. I see you, Chris Sale. And hopefully he doesn't get to 12 or we're fucked. So hopefully we find a way to get a little bit on him. All right, next up for the Braves in the top of the 4th inning, leading off, center fielder, 0 for 1. Michael Harris, the second. Batting second, 0 for 1, shortstop Orlando Arcia. And batting third, backup catcher Chadwick Trump. I think, well, most people know me as, the Seattle Mariners streamer. Well, there's others that, periodically do them here and there, but I feel with thumbnails, presentation, as well as being able to see the photos of the players and, calling the game, I think that there's no one that can touch us, on the Seattle Mariners side, today and moving forward. So, to be known as the Seattle Mariners streamer and an Oregon Ducks streamer is nice. But again, we keep grinding on the NFL side, the NHL side, WWE side. But again, to be able to establish yourself as, two things, as like a Oregon Ducks streamer and a Mariners streamer, that's good. But again, you have to have talent. You have to have hard work, passion, dedication. And the bottom line is you have to sound good. You have to know what you're talking about, and you have to have good presentation. Your thumbnail's got to be on point, and your overall look of your channel have to look good. Otherwise, no one's going to watch. So, big facts. Plus, a lot of the other Mariners content creators and streamers are negative, like 24/7, and I don't want to deal with people that are negative. I already have to deal with that on the daily from fucking trolls and haters and people just being fucking extra. The last thing I need is to be able to, hear about someone bitching and moaning about how terrible the Mariners are. Like, okay, I've been a fan longer than most of those people that have been streaming, occasionally here and there, since like the mid 80s. I know what it's like to struggle and to be bad. We didn't make the playoffs for 20 fucking years. It's not like I don't see it or recognize it, but bitching and complaining ain't going to make it any better. So, big facts. Top of the fourth, 1-0 Atlanta. 1 out, 1-0 count to Orlando Arcia. Yeah, you are missing Sean Murphy in the lineup. I was about to ask when he is due back. .274 average, 2 homers and 9 ribbies for Orlando Arcia in 2024. And also, once Acuna and Olsen get hot, the trajectory of the Braves, and with Murphy coming back, that might end up getting you guys into a really good hot streak. But consider this. 2 of your best players on your team are ass right now, and you're 19-9. And if you didn't play the Mariners, you probably would be 20 or 21 wins right now. Oh my God, he dropped it. What the fuck? Haniger, you idiot. My goodness. Error by Haniger. We got 2 errors today. Fuck my life. Arcia, you got lucky there. Maybe I got to give them the regular spinning logos instead of the tomahawk chop. I like that one. That one looks cool. And then that one's cool too. But the chop is the best. Fucking A, man. Haniger, you idiot. Jesus. Next up, catcher Chadwick Trump. Get his ass right there. Throw to first. 2 away. There we go. Sorry, Chadwick. The only Chadwick I know is Black Panther. Rest in peace. Chadwick Boseman. Wakanda forever. Next up, 1 for 2 with a run in the K. Right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. He's back May 3rd. Let's go, baby. Get out of this inning. And again, as long as Hancock gives up 3 runs or less, we're going to have a chance to rally late against you guys. And again, most people are projecting that the Braves are going to win. They're not going to get swept. They haven't lost back-to-back games since last year, and the Mariners have won 2 in a row against them. We're trying to make it 3. And again, if we had anybody but our 5th pitcher pitching today, I think it would be something that we would have a better probability. But I'm not saying it's impossible to win with our 5th best pitcher against Atlanta. And if anything, if we do, it shows how really good, we are. We have the number 1 pitching staff in baseball, but as far as hitting, we're in the bottom 10. So we need to figure that shit out. But even if we end up beating the Braves, I mean, Jesus Christ, they're 19-9. We're 17-13. We're climbing. But to start off the season, we were fucking terrible. First 10 games of the year, we couldn't pitch. We didn't have a bullpen. We didn't have any relievers. We couldn't hit. We couldn't hit for power. And then we started to turn it around. Oh, Acuna. Uh-oh. Throw home. I think he's safe. Yep. 2-0 Braves. Fucking A. Nice RBI there by Ronald Acuna Jr. There's number 2. All right, Emerson, I can only have you give up one more. If you give up any more than that, we might be done. Nice by Ronald Acuna Jr. there. Shepard is happy. Tim the Toolman Taylor is happy watching on YouTube by himself. Wiping the tears off. Smiling with a little bit of joy now. Next up, second baseman, Ozzy Air Jordan Albies. Nice job by Ronald. I'm a fan of, obviously greatness. And it hurts when, players like that do something to the Mariners, but I'm not going to, piss and moan about it. He's one of the greatest baseball players to wear cleats in this generation. So slow start, but he'll get better. Just like Julio. Julio hasn't been very good at the beginning of the year either, but that doesn't mean he's a terrible player. Just needs to get better and get into a nice rhythm as the year goes on. Pitch on the corner, which was clearly a ball called strike, not 2 feet off the plate like Chris Sale was getting, but definitely a ball there. Things are starting to go off the rails here. We might have to pull Emerson Hancock in this inning. There's another single. I think you got to pull him now. You have to make this decision now. Otherwise, if you don't, it's going to be 4 or 5-0 in another batter or two. Nice job by Ozzy. Next up, third baseman, Austin Riley. And if I'm Scott Service, I'm pulling him now. But again, Scott won't. And hopefully we don't give up a home run here. And then all of a sudden, if it's 5-0, we lost. We're not coming back. If it's 5-0, we're not coming back. But again, if we can hang in there and keep it 3, or less, we'll have a chance after Sale goes out. But again, we need to find a way to get out of this. And maybe Hancock can find a way, but not ideal for the Mariners, but at least Shepard is happy, and I don't mind that. For Tim, no, we don't give a shit about Tim. But for Shep, we care about Shep. Come on, Emerson. And I can always tell with the people if they like, sub, donate, comment, share, or they just come in here to talk shit, I can always tell. I've been doing this shit for 12 years. I'm not a fucking amateur, This isn't my first fucking baseball game or rodeo, okay? Pitch is outside, 1-1 count. Who's the long man? What do you mean? Give me some clarification on that statement. Chopped. Ahead of the count, 1-2. Please get out of this inning, Mariners. 2-0 is a hell of a lot better than 3-0 and a hell of a lot better than 4 or 5. Last 2 games with runners in scoring position. Braves 4 for 12. Mariners 2 for 7. Hancock's already 75 pitches in. It's getting through that warning zone. Pitches outside, 2-2 count. Come on, Emerson. Riley, fuck. Haniger flies into the wall and injures himself and doesn't catch it. And there you go. You should have pulled him when I said so, right? And again, that's the difference. Right, between a good manager, me, and a bad manager, Scott Service. If you would have pulled them, there's no guarantee, right? But again, another ball going over an outfielder's head. We've seen it go over Julio's head, Haniger, Clase, and then it happened again. He ran his shoulder into the wall and didn't get it. And now, by keeping Hancock in, now we're down 4-0 and the game is over. Should have never sent down Clase for Sam Haggerty. That was the wrong choice also there too. So If you want to, bring Haggerty up, fine, but not for Clase, the guy that started our run against the Cincinnati Reds in that sweep against Cincinnati. 4-0 Braves. I mean, luckily, he wasn't running faster. Otherwise, that would have been out for the game, and Haniger would have been out. So he definitely, at least got his mitt on it, and he got his head turned around quick enough. And now he goes out. Thanks. One batter too late. If you would have listened to me, we would have been fine. But there you go. And that's the difference between a good manager and a bad manager, is understanding when to pull a guy. And once you go, and even if it's 2 outs, all we need is 1. But the problem is, when you have 2 outs and all you need is 1, and you've given up 3 consecutive hits, what the fuck do you think is going to happen on the next at-bat? Another hit, another home run, another RBI. Idiot. Come on, Scott. And so instead of being down 2-0, now we're down 4, and now the probability of coming back in this game, instead of being maybe 70-30, being down 2-0, now it's like 90-10. We got like a 10% chance of even tying it, probably a 5% chance of coming back and winning, maybe even less than that. So, tough. Megan in the building, how are you? See where we're at on the likes here on the stream. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Hopefully we're close to 15 now. What are we at? 1 like away from 15. So if you haven't smashed the like button just yet, please do. We just got it. That was probably Megan. And we need 5 more to get to 20 to hit the goal. And we don't got anything on the dono side yet, but I'm confident we'll get at least 1 person to show some love before the stream is over. And then we got birthday stream tomorrow that will start probably around 5 or 6 p.m. Pacific. We'll stream for like an hour or 2, and we'll either do an NHL playoff game or we'll discuss NFL and just go over the NFL draft and kind of where our teams sit, and just do kind of a freestyle stream, with whatever we decide to do on that particular day. We might sprinkle in some food, photos, baseball, basketball, football, wrestlers, musicians, bands, rappers. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And then we're going to go into the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, going to Houston against the Astros. And then after that, going and playing against the Minnesota Twins. 5-0 Braves. Now it's over. Now they're rolling. Well, at least the Braves know that they can beat up on our 5th best pitcher. You beat us up. You finally got us. We won the series, though. So at least we got that going for us. We won the series, but not ideal here. Unless you're an Atlanta Brave fan. But if your name is Tim, no, not you. But if your name is Shep, I'll give you kudos. 5-0 Braves. Next up, DHing for Atlanta, Marcell Ozuna, 0 for 1 with an RBI, base on ball, and a K. This game got out of hand real quick, and it shows you have to know when to pull a pitcher, at the right time. And if you don't, things are going to go downhill real fucking quick. And now we got Thornton in there, and I don't know if I really believe in him either. Oh, I bet. That's cool that, when anytime you can tag a celebrity or an athlete or an actor or an actress, and then they actually respond back or, heart or retweet your comment, it's always exciting. Popped up. Oh, we get out of the inning, but the damage is done. Nice job by the Atlanta Braves. 5-0 Atlanta, when it was just 2-0 Atlanta. But it shows you in that 4th inning, Acuna Jr. scored or singled to left, and then Arcina scored 2-0. Then it went Riley tripled to right, Acuna Jr. scored, and Albie scored 4-0, and Haniger almost got hurt. Then Olsen singled to center, Riley scored, and bang, bang, bang. That's how you end up winning a baseball game. 5-0. And again, we needed at least 5. Like I said at the beginning of the game, with Hancock pitching, we could only have him give up 3, maybe 4 at the most, but we would need 5 runs or 7 to 10 hits, or we have no chance today. And that stays very true. And again, it's not going to be a 2-1, 3-2 game like in the first 2 games with better pitching by both sides. But again, Scott Servais not pulling Hancock out at the right time. I mean, how many batters in a row do you want to have him give up a hit with 2 outs before you make the pull, until it's too late? And then, again, our outfielders are out of position again, where they're either too far back on the wall or too close. And it's either going over their head and they're not being able to get the easy outs. And that almost ended up into a Haniger AC joint or shoulder separation injury. Luckily, he was able to get his head turned around and hit the padding on the right spot and got up. Otherwise, it probably would have been 6-0. But, we still have a chance. And again, our lineup isn't the greatest at the bottom end of the lineup. But again, we might have to wait until Chris Sale goes out. So we're going to have the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning to manufacture 5 to 10 runs. And not going to be easy. And we have to pray that Atlanta doesn't get any more of the rest of the game, which probably won't happen. So I do like that. A lot of skills in Swerve Strickland, and it's nice to be able to see him with the AEW championship. Steph loves it. Thank you for liking and retweeting the stream there. And even with Ebbs, saying that there might have not been an ultimatum, right? And maybe Ebbs liked him, but let's also keep it real. There might have been other people on the team that didn't like him, right? So that doesn't take away how you feel about him or how I feel about him. But I think that to say that the complete report was entirely bullshit, it's just like Pete Carroll. I imagine there was people on the Seahawks that hated him or didn't like him, but that doesn't mean that we don't like him, But again, not everyone is going to be liked by everyone. So I think, it doesn't really hurt my feelings, and I don't think it'll hurt Hack's feelings if not every single player liked him or had a special relationship with him. Being a coach is tough. And sometimes you're going to be hard on guys, and some guys are going to be immature and they're not going to be able to handle it. They'll be like, fuck that guy for him talking to me that way. And others are going to be able to be coached up. So, whether the report is true or it's 100% false, I wish the best for Hack, but, maybe he did rub some of the people the wrong way, but that's not going to change our feelings about him. I hope he gets a job, but again, to be able to fire a guy only after 3 years, when you're an expansion team, they should have given him at least one more year to see if we can make the playoffs. And then if we didn't, then, I think 4 years would have been a good number, but 3 was a little bit premature, and it's like, who are we going to get to replace him? And I know you were looking at Coachella's coach and then a few others, that are within the Kraken organization or with Coachella, and we'll see if that's the direction that they go. 2 away. Do you think it's really impossible to think that not everyone liked Hack? Or even like Pete, on the Seahawks. I think it's real. Think about how many teammates and people that are underneath you. No one is going to be universally liked by everyone at all given times. There's going to be times where a majority of the people might like someone, but I don't know. I don't think it necessarily, was going to be the reason why he was, fired. The reason he was fired is because we didn't fucking win enough and we didn't have good enough consistency. So it was just as much his fault as much as the players, but I would probably say more the players than him. He's not out there, saving pucks. He's not out there getting goals. So I think Hack was the scapegoat. If anything, we should be putting the blame on Matty Beniers and Bjorkstrand and McCann and a lot of the guys that were much better the year before. If those guys would have played better, maybe Hack still has a job. So, but again, nothing we can do now, and we have to move forward. Atlanta 5, Seattle 0, bottom of the 4th, runner at first, 2 outs. Chris Sale wheeling and dealing. Hopefully we can find a way to get some type of runs and hits after the 6th inning here. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. Help your boy out. Come on, Demo. Pitch is outside, 1-1 count. This game definitely slipped away from us very quickly in the last inning. Pitch is outside, 2-1 count. Yeah, so first year, no playoffs. Second year, made the playoffs, beat Colorado in Game 7, and then lost to Dallas in the second round, the Stars. And then this year played like shit. Like we had no consistency. The net was terrible. Our superstar players, even though they're not like Connor Bedard or, McKinnon or anything like that, but our guys that were the best didn't play well, overall this season with consistency. And then we ended up getting some flashes late from Shane Wright, who probably should have been on the team from the beginning of the year on Coachella. But still, it's like we couldn't score enough goals and we were giving up way too many. And I feel Hack in his decision with his lines and the people he grouped together wasn't the greatest either. So I guess, you can put the blame everywhere, but again, for only having 3 years, it is what it is. But I would have liked to see at least one more year before they gave him the axe, to prove to see if we could turn it around. But maybe they thought, with the way that the organization is sitting with their players and drafting and free agents, that we're probably going to have a very similar outcome as this year unless we make a change. And we'll see if that ends up making the difference, or hell, we could hire someone and maybe we'll even be worse next year. I mean, that is also a possibility. And then we might be wishing that Hack was still there. So I don't know how it's going to turn out, but hopefully Seattle can get back to the playoffs. There we go. Mariners and Kraken. There we go. There we go, Demo. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Yeah. Let's go, baby. Next up, third baseman, Luis Urias. It'd be really awesome here if Luis could go for a 3-run jack and get us to 5-3. Then we actually would have a chance in this game. Yeah, it's kind of a trend in the NHL. They fire head coaches faster than anybody. They don't have any loyalty or longevity. So it's like, whenever they decide, it's a real quick, itchy trigger finger. They just, all right, you're gone. It's like it happens all the time. So 156 average, 2 homers and 7 ribbies for Luis. But I wish the best for Dave, and I hope he can find a home. Big swing and a miss behind the count 0-2. But we can be optimistic and hope that whoever we bring in does better than what he did last season. And again, hopefully something similar to what we had in Hack's second season when we made the playoffs. And I think the simple fact that we won a round, right, and then got to the second round, not just made the playoffs and got swept, I think that deserved Hack an additional year. Like, it's not like, he ended up being terrible the first 3 years and then we got rid of him. Like, expansion year, you're not expected to make the playoffs. Second year, we overachieved. And not only that, we ended up getting past a round and then we did bad this year. So I think he deserved one more year based off getting to the second round in his second year, but again, I'm not in the front office. They said, see you later, guy. And maybe we'll bring in Coachella's head coach or someone within the organization, as long as they're qualified enough. Bottom of the fourth, 5-0 Braves. Shep is happy. Oh, he hit him. Here we go. Time to get some runs. Time to get some runs, baby. Let's go. And maybe it'll be a blessing in disguise if we end up being shitty for a couple years, because maybe then the Kraken can get the first pick in the draft, and then if there's a really awesome goalie or an awesome center or forward or defenseman, and then we bring that guy in after sucking for a couple years, then that can give us the trajectory to be a playoff team. Sometimes you got to take one step backwards to go 10 steps forward. So maybe that'll be something that'll happen in the Kraken's future sooner than later. I don't want to see them be the worst team in the NHL. But again, if I have to sacrifice 1 year or 2 years to have 10 years of excitement, I'm willing to do that. And I think most Kraken fans would be willing to do that as well, especially if we could end up getting a superstar player, like a McKinnon on our team. If we can end up getting one of the top dogs, to come and one of the best, top 5, top 10 players overall to join the Kraken, that could really make a huge difference. But we still need, more consistency in goal scoring, more consistency in net, and hopefully we can get it. Bottom of the fourth, 5-0 Braves. Pitches outside. But if you have a shittier record, you have a higher probability to get the first pick in the draft. So if you're, like I said, depending on, where you're going to fall, wins and losses, it's not like you're automatically going to get the first pick if you have the most losses like NFL, but the probability, of being able to get the first pick with, more losses is higher. All right, well, we'll leave them stranded, damn it. End of the fourth inning, 5-0 Atlanta. David in the building, what's good? Winterhawks are usually typically pretty good in the WHL here in the Pacific Northwest. More times or not, they're usually competing, for a championship in their league, but I couldn't tell you. I don't watch them on a regular basis. All right, 5-0 Braves, end of the fourth inning. Let's see what we can end up doing here for Atlanta and Shep. We won the series, our fifth straight, but it looks like it's going to get ugly here. Next up for the Atlanta Braves in the top of the fifth inning, left fielder, 0 for 2 with a K, Adam Duvall. Batting second, 0 for 2, center fielder, Michael Harris, the second. And batting third, 0 for 2 with a run, shortstop, Orlando Arcia. Let's take a quick peek. Matt is helping a friend move, so I'm handling the duties on my own here. Let's see where we're at on likes, how close we are to 20. We're at 16, so we need 4 more people to smash the like button out of the 40 that we have watching. 3 more people to smash the like button on the YouTube side. We got half of the people watching on YouTube and the other half watching on Twitter/X. 3 more to get there, and then hopefully we'll get blessed with a dono or 2 before the stream ends. And then we got birthday stream tomorrow that we'll end up doing at 5 or 6 p.m. And again, we'll either do an NHL playoff game or we'll just do like a freestyle stream or do, NFL, draft, kind of like where we're at and where our teams are sitting, post the NFL draft, something like NFL related, going over, how we feel about our teams going into 2024. And then we'll be at Friday, Saturday, Sunday against the Houston Astros in Houston. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday against the Minnesota Twins in Minnesota. We only got 2 days off this whole month, and one of them's tomorrow, as far as Mariners. But we'll still be going here today. Harris pops up, 1 away. Or excuse me, Duvall pops up, 1 away. Next up, center fielder, Michael Harris, the second. For 2 with a pop out and a ground out. Popped up. That should be an easy one there, hopefully, for Haniger, even though he fucked up earlier today. Got a couple errors today. Haniger got one. Emerson Hancock has got one. Everything is just going all Atlanta. At least he got that one there. 2 away. All right, come on, Thornton. Next up, shortstop, 0 for 2 with a run, Orlando Arcia. Pitches outside, 1-1 count. But it seems like, even with the NBA lottery, the Blazers could end up having like the most ping pong balls, and we're not ever going to get like a Wemby. That's like we've had so many chances to be able to get guys. Could have had Jordan, took Sam Bowie. Could have had Kevin Durant. What a catch! Sam Haggerty, my goodness, laying out Superman style. Nice job. Ham Swaggerty. Wow. But again, could have had Jordan. Nope, we picked Sam Bowie because it was the era of centers. Oh, but we could have had Kevin Durant. Oh, but he's too skinny. He'll never be good. Oh, let's just go ahead and pick Greg Oden, the guy that's got injuries all the way from high school. Has to shoot free throws left-handed in the Ohio State tournament. Oh, yeah, that one didn't work out. Oh, we can get Wemby. Oh, he ain't coming to the Blazers. Let's rig it and have him go where the Robinson and Tim Duncan went, So it's like every time we're going to have a chance to do something, it just seems like we either draft the wrong guy or it's just not in our favor. So I don't know if the Blazers will ever be good, but you know, Wemby is Wemby. At least he's exciting. What a catch by Ham Swaggerty. Now, hopefully we can use that momentum and we can get something here. A couple more likes to get to 20. And we're still at 0, and hopefully we can get at least something before the stream ends. We're in the bottom of the 5th. 2 up for the Mariners, down 5-0. Leading off for Seattle, 1-for-1. Backup catcher. Should have been Tom Murphy. Seby Zavala. And as of late, he's been getting a little bit more contact with the bat, which we like to see. Batting second, 1-for-2, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Trident's up. It would be really awesome to see you get a homer here tonight. And batting third, everyone's favorite, Miach, 0-for-2 with 2 Ks. Right fielder, make up for that error earlier today, Mitch Haniger. Let's go Mariners. All right, talk to you later, Reflect. Let's go, baby. Got to have faith. Now we just have to try to cut into this lead after the 6th inning. So hopefully we can get, once we get to the 6th or 7th inning, get like 1, and then in the 7th, maybe 1 or 2, 8th, like 1, and then we'll try to get like 1 in the 9th. Because based on this, Chris Sale, we're only going to be able to probably manufacture runs until he gets out. And we just got to hope that their bullpen pitcher that comes in is terrible and we can start raking for 3 innings. And hopefully we can find a way to respectively get to at least 2 or 3 before the game ends. I don't want to get shut out here. 1-1 count to Seby Zavala. Shut out to Chris Sale, pitching like he was on the Boston Red Sox in his prime. I see you, Chris. Cool photo. That's another cool one. Pitch is high and outside. 2-1 count. Two-one pitch. In the zone for a strike, 2-2 count. Oh, we need one more person to smash the like button to hit the goal, at least for the like. Thank you so much. Appreciate whoever that was that just smashed that like button. Need 5 more to get to 25, but we hit the goal of 20. And we still got 100 to go on the Dono side. Bottom of the 5th, 5-0 Atlanta. Seby Zavala, 1-for-1, the backup catcher to Cal Raleigh in the box with a 2-2 count. Thank you to everyone watching on the Twitter/X as well as the YouTube side. I love you and I appreciate you. Let's go, Seby. Seby fouls it off. Count remains 2-2. Sun's starting to break through a little bit through the clouds, but it is pretty cloudy today. Me and Paisley went on a long, long walk, and we'll go for another one once this game is over. Two-two pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Count is full. Chris Sale, 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 0 earned runs, 0 walks, 7 Ks, pacing for 10. Hopefully he doesn't get it. Come on, Mariners. Keep fighting. 3-2 pitch. Zavala. Off the wall. Damn, almost a homer from Seby. And sliding into second. There we go. Wow, Seby almost with a homer there. That would have been amazing, but hell, I'll take a double with no outs. Now we're in a good position here to maybe get Chris Sale out, maybe an inning early, if possible. He lost it there in the sun. That could have been an easy one. Adam Duvall said, "Where the hell is the baseball? I can't see it." Nice job, Seby. Next up for the Mariners, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Trident's up. Let's go, Julio. I mean, this would be a real great time for Julio to step up and hit a homer, right? 5-2 would be a hell of a lot better than 5-0. Come on now. .261 average, 1 homer and 11 ribbies. Julio pacing for like 18 homers this season. Little dribbler towards first. Flip to first, 1 away. Next up, right fielder Mitch Haniger. I mean, somebody just needs to sit Julio down and teach him some patience. You know, have some discipline and have the patience, because he got no patience in the box. You know, and again, if he wants to turn himself into a Hall of Fame player, World Series player, you know, one of the top 5 players in baseball, the only way he's going to achieve those, you know, accolades is if he gets patient in the box. He's great at defense. He's great at stealing bags, you know, but again, as far as hitting, power hitting and hitting in general and patience in the box, he's not there. He's nowhere near, you know, being the player that we need him to be. And luckily the pitching is number 1 in baseball. Otherwise we'd be really hurting right now. This is his 3rd year, but you got to start figuring it out, my guy. Bottom of the 5th, 5-0, Atlanta. Pitches outside by Chris Sale, 1-0 count to Mitch Haniger. pitch. And usually prime years are years 4 through 8. Sometimes it'll be a little bit longer if you play 15 to 20 years. But usually once you start figuring out the game, baseball, basketball, football, hockey, after a few years, usually you'll see a big jump, you know, in the Hall of Fame players, you know, in years 4 through 8 or 4 through 9, you know, depending on how many years that they play. And you'll see, you know, rising stats in many categories. But, you know, it seems like the same thing that we've seen in year number 2, we're seeing in year number 3. And hopefully things will change. Otherwise, you know, Julio is just going to be known as a really, really good player, but not a Hall of Fame player. And that'll be a shame, you know, because he's already got top 5 popularity. Now we just need to match his popularity to actually his skill set. So that way we can use him as an asset and not have him as a liability in the box. That's the last thing that we need, you know. Like, oh, Julio's in the box. Oh, that's an out. We don't want to think that. We want to think, oh, Julio's up. We're going to get a homer or an RBI, you know, but we don't really have that much confidence in him in the box, at least at this point. Bottom of the 5th, 5-0 Atlanta. Runner at 3rd, 1 away. Haniger in the box, 0 for 2. Chris Sale, 85 pitches in. He's almost done. 3-2 count. Everyone's favorite, Miach. Come on, Mitch. Let's go. Big homer here. Come on, Haniger. Crushes it. That would have been a homer if it was fair. And it goes foul. Count still 3-2. That would be wild if a baseball did that type of thing. 3-2 pitch. He'll get better. We hope. You know, but again, it's like, you know, maybe some new hitting coaches and maybe, you know, putting some more time reflecting at your at-bats. I'm not sure, you know, if Julio's watching the iPad when he's with his girlfriend at home. I highly doubt it, you know. But again, if he puts in work and wants to dedicate himself to actually being a top 5 player in this league, you know, watching film would be a big, big start. Punch out. Way off the plate again. Why is this Angel Hernandez, Angel Hernandez type of call? Like, what is going on here? This is a foot off the plate and another strikeout. What, because the frame job is so good by the catcher? Come on, man. Terrible strikeout, Shep. Not even in the, he's framing it fantastically. All right, but it's way off the plate. You guys are up 5-0. I think you guys already have enough of an edge now that we don't need to have strikeouts a foot or 2 feet off the plate now. We can give us a chance to come back. Next up, 0 for 1 in the box here, Jorge Polanco. 167 average, 4 home runs and 10 ribbies. 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Now behind in the count, 0-2. Yeah, but that's a 3rd or 4th one already. I mean, how many bad calls are you guys going to get? We haven't even gotten one. We've gotten one pitch that was in the low corner, but he was barely off, right? Ball, strike, ball. Yours are fucking 2 feet off the plate, and you've already gotten punch outs on like 4 of them. Ours didn't lead to a punch out. It was one pitch. You've actually gotten punch outs on 4 of them where the batter has been out based off the call. We got to keep it honest and 100 in here. Come on. Unbelievable. But the frame dub by, Sale and company has been great. Big swing and a miss. And Sale has been wheeling and dealing. So, obviously, we won the series. They want to make sure that they don't get swept, right? They're the Atlanta Braves, best team in Major League Baseball with a 19-9 record, which will be 20-9 if we don't have a miracle here in the last 4 innings. 1-2 pitch. Chop foul. And I don't mind bad pitches, but when the bad pitch ends up leading to a strikeout, and then we end up having that happen over and over and over, it definitely takes out the flow of the game. It's like a bad pitch here, a bad pitch there. Who cares? 1-2, 2-2, 3-2, 2-0, 3-0. Who cares? But when it ends up leading to this, a K at the end, that it ruins the Uncle Mo and the momentum. Pitch is high. 2-2 count. Surprised that wasn't called a strike. Like, I already know we're losing this game, but I want to try to get at least as close to 3 runs as possible. And if we're going to get shit that's 2 feet off the plate, we're not even going to be able to get a run. It's going to be 5-0 final. I don't want that. Yeah, nice bloop single there. There we go. No donut for the Mariners. Bang, baby. There we go. Keep them in. Keep them in. There we go. 5-1 Braves. There we go. Nice job, Polanco. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chris Sale getting tired, dog. Keep him in there, dog. Next up, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Let's go, Cal. Keep him in there and have Cal Raleigh hit a 2-run jack, and then it'll be 5-3. Then we'll actually have a chance to come back in this game. We need one more like to hit 20. There we go. Appreciate you. 5 more to get to 25. Like, donate, comment, share, support your boy. And if you got Twitter/X, make sure you like and retweet the stream for me if you could. It would be greatly appreciated. And we're still looking for our first dono here before the stream ends. Bottom of the 5th, 5-1 Atlanta. Big swing and a miss. 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the second to Cal Raleigh. Come on, Cal. Come on, Cal. 5-1. Let's go. Big swing and a miss. Sale is a magician out there today. Behind in the count 0-2, 222 average, 6 homers and 13 ribbies for Big Dumper in 2024. Oh, God, umps report card at fucking D. Maybe an F. We'll have to see how many pitches that I missed that were bad, that were called strike, that should have been a ball. But again, it's not like we're putting up the run support to actually keep this game close. And you knew that the Braves were going to bring it against our, 5th best pitcher. So for the score to be 5-1 right now, I'm not surprised. And even if they didn't call out those punch outs, I mean, we probably would still be down 3-4, 5-1 at this point. But I just like to be able to see it called 50-50, Bottom of the 5th, 5-1 Atlanta. Runner at first, 2 outs. Chris Sale, 99 pitches in. Big swing and a miss. Got him. He said, I'm Chris Sale. I don't need to fucking go out. I'll get him out. And he did. Nice job by Chris. Let's take a look at his stat line. That's the end of Chris Sale. Now we have, we got 3 innings to find a way to try to come back and manufacture 4 runs. Won't be easy. All right, let's take a look at Chris Sale's final numbers there. All right. 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 9 Ks, 100 pitches, 71 strikes. Got his ERA to 3.44 from 3.69. He's got a 3-1 record, and if anything, goes the way that it has, he's going to be 4-1 here in just a few minutes, unless we have some kind of fucking rally. Let's go, Ams. Not over yet. Next up for the Atlanta Braves, 0 for 2, backup catcher Chadwick Tromp. Batting second, right fielder, 2 for 3 with 2 runs and an RBI, Ronald Acuna Jr. A big reason why they have this 5-1 lead. And batting second, 1 for 2 with a run, second baseman, Ozzie Air Jordan Albies. Rainier sighting, man. I could use a blue moon right now with an orange. I don't really drink anymore, but I could definitely use a couple of those fresh out of the tap. Ooh, look at that. Little cheesesteak sandwich there with the peppers and the onions. Woo, that looks good. That looks delicious. Yes, please. Can I have that? My goodness. All right, now we got Miller in the game after Thornton. All right, Tyson, show me something. Trump. 2-0 count on Trump. Pitches outside, 3-0 count. Scott Service going to get thrown out. He's bitching about the pitching as well. Especially when we have stuff like right in the zone and it should be a strike and he's calling it a ball. Then it's like a foot off, 2 feet off the plate and you're calling strikes, for the Atlanta Braves. That's when it gets frustrating, when it's not 50-50. Top of the 6th, 5-1 Atlanta, 3-1 pitch for Miller. Popped up. That's an easy out here for Julio. 1 away. Next up for the Atlanta Braves, right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. We'll even give you 2 photos, Ronald. Not 3, though. We've already beaten this up today. Which is outside, 1-1 count. Top of the 6th, 5-1 Braves. Let's go, baby. Chop foul. Appreciate you, Elliot. We'll need one more person to smash it. There we go. Pitch is outside, 2-2 count from Miller to Acuna Jr. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. Love you and appreciate you. Nice. Got him. That's K on Ronald. 2 away. He said, really? Yep. Next up, second baseman, Ozzie Albies. Top of the 6, 5-1 Atlanta. Popped up, easy out there. 3 up and 3 down. Oh! Demo and Polanco, no communication. They both run into each other, but they don't drop it. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 6, we literally have the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th. We got 4 chances to get 4 runs. We got to try to get a run per inning, and just try to chip away. See if we can do it. And obviously, Chris Sale is out. The magic number to me was 5 runs and 7 to 10 hits. And then we have a chance, and the Braves have 5 runs. So we were right on the money with the prediction. But again, hitting has been very sparse here today. We have 6 hits, but 2 errors and only 1 run. So it's been all Atlanta, and hopefully we can find a way to get a few more runs before this one is over. Yeah. We're going to start getting acclimated to all of the bullpen guys. So, well, I assume Chris Sale is well, maybe they're going to have him come back out. He's already had 100 pitches. Do they dare bring him out for one more? So that way that he goes over 100 and then he can end up getting the win? I would assume that, right? Because you have to have a certain amount of innings under your belt to be able to get classified as a win. But I would assume that at 100, he's out. I mean, he already pitched too much. So, yeah, they made the change. Lee is coming in. All right, so now here, this is where the Mariners hopefully are going to start raking. But he's got a 1.46 ERA. So hopefully we can fuck Lee up, Dylan Lee. Okay, no relation to Bruce. But hopefully we can chip away and get him out sooner than later. Or possibly keep him in if he's doing shitty. So, let's go. All right, next up for the Mariners, 1 for 2, first baseman Ty France. Batting second, shortstop Demo Dylan Moore. And batting third baseman Luis Urias. And maybe getting Josh Rojas in for Urias and pinch hitting, either this inning or next inning would be key. We need to start getting some of the other guys. And it would have been a real good game to have Jonathan Clase. But, we actually sent him down to AAA. So that would have been a good opportunity to have him in there. But, again, the Mariner organization, what can you say? There we go, Ty. Nice job, Ty. There we go. Get it started. Dylan Lee. He ain't Chris Sale. He is a lefty. ERA is good, but we don't care. Let's go. Nice job, Ty. Good follow-through swing. Here we go. 1 run per inning. All right? Make it 5-1, 5-2, 5-3, 5-4, 5-5. And then in extras, if we can get to that point, who knows what would happen. Let's go, Demo. Now, if we can get more than 1 run per inning, if we can get 2 in one of these innings, then that's even better. Next up, shortstop Dylan Moore, 203 average, 1 homer and 4 ribbies in 2024. Let's go. Pitch is low and inside, 1-1 count. Release the Kraken, defend the deep. Bottom of the 6, 5-1 Atlanta. Runner at first. 1-1 count from Lee. Pitches outside. 2-1 count. Surprised that wasn't called a strike. A foot off the plate like for Chris Sale. So now I got to see if it's an Atlanta Brave thing or if it's a Chris Sale thing for this ump. Hopefully the ump wasn't betting on the game. 2-1 pitch. Pitch low in the dirt. 3-1 count. I like this. Come on, baby. You don't even need to swing. We can just get a free bag here. Chop foul. 3-2 count. Come on, Demo. Come on, baby. Be electric. We need you. We're down 4 runs. Let's go. Trying to go for the sweep. Debo! Back. All the way to the wall. Wow. Adam Duvall with amazing defense in that left field corner, robbing Dylan Moore. Damn. Great defense. Great defense. All right, Adam. Great defense there by you. I'm not a hater. Next up for the Mariners, third baseman Luis Urias. Luis popped up. Easy out for Duvall again with the sun, 2 away. God damn it. All right. Next up, left fielder Ham Swaggerty. Let's go, Sam Haggerty. Where's Jonathan Clase? Bottom of the 6th, 5-1 Braves. Runner at first, 2 away. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. And I'm very curious on how long Haggerty will be up on the roster before they send him down, possibly to AAA for someone. You know, if they end up going flip-flopping with a couple players. But I'm glad to see him back, but we need to have him produce sooner than later, especially with a guy like Jonathan Clase that was producing pretty much every day. So I just wish that they didn't bring down Clase for Haggerty. Why can't we have Haggerty and Clase together? Why couldn't you send down someone else? Popped up. Foul. Two-one pitch from Lee. Haggerty fouling it back. He's fighting. 2-2 count. Come on, Sam. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. Throw to first. And he's out. Damn it, Sam. We need ya. End of the 6th inning, 5-1 Atlanta. Due up for the Atlanta Braves here in the top of the 7th. 2 for 2 with a run, 2 RBIs, and a base on ball. Third baseman, Austin Riley. Batting second, 1 for 2 with an RBI, base on ball, and a K. First baseman, Matt Olson. And batting third, 0 for 2 with an RBI, base on ball, and K. DHing for Atlanta, Marcell Ozuna. Come on, Mariners. Don't give up. Oh, I love stats. That's interesting. Yeah, I like that. McCann and Gretzky are the only 2 players in NHL history to lead a franchise in both goals and points in each of its first 3 seasons. Too bad Jared McCann isn't Wayne Gretzky, but still, you know, one of our better players on the Kraken, and that's a cool stat that I did not know. That's a good one. I like that. But still, with that being said, still a tough stat to accomplish. But hopefully we can end up getting our Wayne Gretzky sometime in the future for the Kraken. I would love that. Wow, they're just showing all the food right now. Now they're showing nachos. Oh my gosh. Good one. I like it. What do they got? Beans on there. Wow. I mean, I don't eat food like that anymore, but it definitely is a little enticing. I was thinking about possibly doing some kind of cheat meal for my birthday tomorrow, Like maybe ordering like a small pizza from my favorite place from when I was a kid or something. Nothing too crazy, but I haven't really decided if I want to do that or not. Still been pretty good with cutting back on the fast food or the greasy food, and I'm still not really drinking either. So just trying to keep the mind and body in good spirits and in good shape. Top of the 7th, 5-1 Braves. Pitches outside to Austin Riley. 1-2 count. Still got Miller out there on the mound. Popped up. Should be easy out to Haniger. 1 away. Next up, 1 for 2 with an RBI, base on ball and K. First baseman, Matt Olson. Mom and Pop Mexican restaurant sounds amazing. Oh, what a diving grab by Demo. Wow, very J.P. Crawford-like. Great defense there. Let's go, Demo. Wow. A lot of Superman catches in this series for not only the Braves, but for the Mariners as well. Wow. That was awesome. I love two-way players that play great defense like that. That was sweet. Top of the 7th, 5-1 Atlanta, 2 outs. Dylan Moore has played shortstop 8 times, second base 2 times, first base 2 times. A lot of flexibility there. Heel sleeves, power activate. Like Thanos with the rings, baby. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go. 321 average, 9 homers, and 32 ribbies in 2024 for Marcell Ozuna. Most people thought Acuna and Olsen would be the ones that really were taking off, but it's Ozuna and Arcia that have kind of carried the load for the Atlanta Braves so far in 2024. But you're starting to see Acuna and Olsen open it up as of late, and I would assume that eventually they're going to get hot, as the weather gets warmer. Come on now. We're only down 4. Sounds like a lot, but if we can just chip away. Now we only have 3 innings to get 4 runs. So we got to get 1 run in the 7th, 2 in the 8th, and then 1 in the 9th. And then just pray we can go to extra innings and we can win 6-5 in the 10th. Got to have a game plan on how we're going to be able to get there. Even though realistically it would be tough for us to probably even get a run or 2 from where we're at now. But I would love to finish at 5-3 rather than 5-1. I want to see effort through and through. Top of the 7th, 5-1 Braves. Miller on the mound, 20 pitches in. 2-2 pitch to Marcell Ozuna, 0 for 2. 2-2 pitch. Chop foul. Pitches outside, 3-2 count. Like, sub, donate, comment, share, help your boy out. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. Pitches outside, and he walked him. Tyson Miller, come on, man. Next up, left fielder, 0 for 3 with a K, Adam Duvall. Come on, Mariners, keep fighting. Pitches inside. Clearly a ball, called a strike. Now the ump is trying to make up the ground with all the bad calls that he had for the Mariners. And the Braves were taking advantage with the strike zone being as big as, I don't even know what. Much bigger than that square now. Fouled back, behind in the count 0-2. Come on, Mariners, keep fighting. We've already won the series. Got to dig deep if you want the sweep. It's not going to come easy. And it shows that Emerson Hancock still needs room to grow. He is our 5th best pitcher, maybe actually our 6th best pitcher. We'll have to see how Bryan Woo does when he comes in, if it'll be hot or if it'll take him a few starts to get going. But most people think Woo is better than Hancock, and I seem to agree. But Hancock has closed the gap between him and Woo, I think, to most people. Some games he's going to look great, but other games he's not, and that's what you're going to expect from your 5th best pitcher. I mean, shit, most teams only have 2 or 3 good pitchers. We're lucky enough to have 6, so 5 that are pretty solid and 1 that's a kind of a work in progress, or 4 that are solid, 2 that are a work in progress. But Woo can get you 10 Ks. I'm not sure if Hancock can get you 10 yet. But Woo has proven that he can do that, so. Pitch is outside, 2-2 count. Get Duvall out, baby. Make it 0 for 4. Let's go. There we go. Nice punch out. There we go, baby. All right, Mariners, we're running out of time. We got to find a way to manufacture at least a run this inning, and then 2 in the 8th and 1 in the 9th. Have a game plan here. Next up for the Mariners in the bottom of the 7th, 2 for 2 with a run. Backup catcher, Seby Zavala. Batting 2nd this inning at the top of the order, 1 for 3, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. We need you, man. 1 home run with this many games in, 30 games in. I mean, how many home runs are you pacing for? 10? I thought you were a superstar. Show that you are. Come on now. Lead by example. And batting 3rd, 0 for 3 with 3 Ks, right fielder, Mitch Haniga. We need you to step up too, Mitch. Let's go. Mariner Moose is counting on y'all. All right, come on, Seby. Behind in the count, 0-1, 5-1 Atlanta. We just got to find a way to rough up these pitchers here in these last 3 innings to see if we can manufacture 4 runs in 3 innings, which is not ideal, but still possible. Pitch in the zone. Looks like that was a strike, and that one was called a ball. April 21st at the Rockies, he was 3 for 4 with a double RBI and 2 runs. Big swing and a miss behind in the count, 1-2. Come on, Seby. One-two pitch. Right down the middle. Got him. Nice K. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 3, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Go, J-Rod. Better late than never, bud. swinging at garbage again. First pitch into the dirt. I mean, I don't know if that's a golf swing or what the hell that is, but you're nowhere near being locked in. You got a patience of a 3-year-old with a bunch of candy in front of the table. Ridiculous. There we go. Finally. Go, go, go. There we go. Finally. Trident's up. Stand-up double for Julio Rodriguez. No patience on the first pitch, and luckily it was right in the zone for that second one towards left field, and we get a stand-up double. Nice job, Julio. 111 exit velo. That'll get you a hit. That'll get you a single, double, or triple every time. Nice job. Next up, right fielder. Everyone's favorite Mitch Haniger. Can you go yard? You're due. Haniger, you're due for a homer here. Yeah, I mean, it happens. We traditionally don't play well in rubber matches, you know, regardless if we're at home or on the road. It's very difficult for us to win games, you know, early at, 11, 12, 1 p.m. You know, we're definitely an evening ball club, not an early morning or afternoon ball club. Popped up. 2 away. Next up, 1 for 3 with an RBI and 2 Ks. Second baseman, Jorge Polanco. Yeah, but, obviously you got to grind it out. Like, I know doing streams early that the likes and the subs and the donos might be extremely low, but I'm still here. I could say just fuck it, and I'm not going to do the game because I feel I'm not going to get the proper likes, subs, and donos, but I still do the games. So, you still go into the game hoping that you're going to win. You go into the game hoping that you get likes, subs, and views and donos, and if it ends up being underwhelming, then, you just got to keep going at it, keep grinding, and then the next day will be better. So, not every day is going to be what we want, right? 175 average, 4 homers, and 11 ribbies for Jorge Polanco. Come on, baby. Bottom of the 7th, 5-1 Braves, 2 outs, 0-1 pitch. Polanco? Yes, sir! Go, Julio, go! What'd I say? 1 run this inning, 2 runs next inning, 1 run in the 9th. Let's go. Let's go. Good shit. Trident's up. Pitching change. One pitcher to another. Let's keep it moving. We have a chance. And it's not going to be easy, but again, it's just chipping away. If you're looking at trying to make up 4 runs in an inning, of course that shit ain't going to happen, more times than not. Now, is it possible to get 4 runs in an inning when you've been playing like dog shit all game? Yeah, it is. But with the way that the game has gone, you just have to wait for the starting pitcher to go out, and then hopefully you're not too far back, to make up ground. And ideally, being down 5-0 is not good, but still doable. Now if it was, 8 or 9 or 10, then you're done, but 5 is probably the maximum amount of runs that you can be down by, where you can still come back with 3 good innings of baseball. You could still find a way in 3 to 4 innings, bottom of the 6th, bottom of the 7th, bottom of the 8th, bottom of the 9th, and just try to chip away and get 1 or 2 each inning. And then you don't even have to try to win it because you already know you're down. Just try to tie and then get it to extras. Just try to get it to 5-5. And then it's dice. You never know what could happen. And, in the 10th, you could get a lucky home run by some, rando guy that you have no expectations of winning the game for you, like Mitch Garver, and then we end up winning an amazing matchup. So, it still looks like the Braves are going to win, right? But again, we're still alive. We're still fighting, and that's what it's about. All right, you have a great rest of your day. Take care. Awesome that he ended up responding back to you. I imagine that's going to give you a nice elevated high with emotion the rest of the day. Hell, probably the rest of the week. Have a great rest of your day. Yeah. AJ Minter in. He might lose some control. Next up, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Go Cal. Good eye. And now this is an opportunity where you can find ways to manufacture base runners by being cheap, which means by taking a walk, right, or getting hit by a pitch. Any way that you can get on base at this point in the 7th, 8th, and 9th, whatever. You know, if you get hit by a pitch, just don't get hurt, you know, and try to take a walk. And right now, he can't find the zone. 3-0 count. And this is either going to lead to a home run here, or it's going to lead to, more than likely, 95% chance of getting a walk here. And if you just don't swing, we're going to be able to get guys on first and second, which will lead to a double play opportunity. But there we go. There we go. There we go. Cal with the walk. Next up, first baseman, Ty France. And one swing, the game is tied 5-5. It's funny how baseball works out, you know, especially when you're just getting beat up. You're getting beat up. You're getting knocked down. You're taking a black eye to the one side. You got a fucking black eye on the other side. You've been getting hit in the chin, right, by Chris Sale. And then now he's out. And then the rest of the bullpen sucks. It's not good, right? They're already on their third guy. So all we got to do is just keep chipping away and have them keep bringing in new guys. And then we might be able to come back. Let's go, baby. Dustin in the building. What's good? Let's go, Ty. The electric, my guy. We could use a homer now. Bottom of the 7th, runners at first and second with 2 outs. Minter on the mound, who ended up giving up that big home run to Mitch Garver a couple days ago. 0 for 1 in the box. Ty France. 2 for 3 today from Ty. Let's make it 3 for 4. Chop foul. Behind in the count 0-2. Come on, Ty. I don't know how many photos of Ty I need to bring up for him to get clutch here, but we'll do 3. How about that? Let's go, baby. Little balk action. You know who would be a great person to have in the game? Jonathan Clase. Oh, we don't have him. Pitch is outside. Surprised that wasn't called strike 3. 4 feet off the plate. Bottom of the 7th, 5-2 Atlanta. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Atlanta was up 5-0. We're marching. We're chipping away. 1-2 pitch. Come on, Ty. Got him. Great pitch by Minter. We leave 2 stranded, but at least we get 1 run. And now we're forced to get 2 runs in the 8th and 1 in the 9th if we want to try to tie this game up. Tough. Always tough when you have opportunities there and you come up short. End of the 7th inning, 5-2 Atlanta. Great job by the Braves. Next up for Atlanta, 0 for 3, center fielder Michael Harris II. Batting second, 0 for 3 with a run, shortstop Orlando Arcia. And batting third, 0 for 3, backup catcher Chadwick Trump. Let's go, Ems. And what are we going to do for pitching? Hancock, Thornton, Miller. Are we making another change, or are we going to stick with Miller? It'll be interesting to see what we do here in the top of the 8th. Anybody but Stanek. Oh, Saucedo's coming in. Lauren's favorite. Sauce is coming in. Too much sauce. Let's go. Shout out to all the people watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube. We got about 40 people in the room. We hit the 20 likes. Did not hit the goal on the donos, but we still got a few minutes to see if we can get somebody to show some love before the stream ends. Top of the 8th, 5-2 Atlanta. Mother's Day crossbody bag, May 12th versus the A's. Tickets at mariners.com. Sponsored by Muckleshoot Casino Resort. For real, I don't think I've seen this many lefties ever. It's like lefty after lefty for both squads. Wow, Sauce with a strike on his first pitch. Hallelujah. Where's that been his whole career? First pitch strike? Unbelievable. We can get Harris out. There we go. Line drive right past his mitt. Demo, right place, right time. One away. Good defense, Demo. Sorry, Michael. Not today. Next up, shortstop, Orlando Arcia, 0 for 3 with a run. Let's make it 0 for 4. Sauce, right down the middle, pitches a ball, called ball. Pitch was inside. 1-0 count. Reached on an error in the 4th with a run. Arcia. Popped up. Haniger. 2 away. Sun is beaming out there in Seattle. Sorry, Arcia, not today. Next up, backup catcher, Chadwick Tromp. 0 for 3. Let's make it 0 for 4. Should be able to get out of this inning unscathed, even though Sauce is in the game. But again, it's just the right part of the order for him to come in here to get it done. And there it is. Wow, 3 up and 3 down. Okay, now this is the inning where we need 2 runs, right? And then 1 in the 9th. You know, or we get 1 in the 8th and 2 in the 9th, but preferably 2 this inning with less pressure in the 9th if we have any chance. You know, I don't know if we're going to be able to get 3 runs in a single inning. That would be a best case scenario, or 4 to take the lead. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. We got to, be kind of realistic in these next 2 innings. So, yeah, I'm not a big Sauce guy, and I know you're not either, right? But that was pretty good. As far as getting in there and not fucking the game up even more than we're already fucked at this point. So let's go. Now let's see what we can do with the Mariners bats. If we can come alive here with a miracle home run, right? Or a miracle RBI, and see if we can get 1 or 2 runs in the 8th and the 9th to give us a shot to go to extras to see if we can win this game in the 10th. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 3 with a K. Shortstop, Demo Dylan Moore. Batting second, 0 for 2, third baseman, Luis Urias, which I would pinch hit and put in Josh Rojas here if we were smart. But again, I don't know if Scott Service is smart or not. If he is, then that's what you do. But if you've already given up and said, well, fuck it, we lost, then you're going to keep the same guys in. And batting third, playing left field, Sam Haggerty, which would be a great time to put in Jonathan Clase, but he's in AAA. So not the most ideal 3 guys that you would want in the lineup, but sometimes it's the guys that are least expected to, be a hero, end up being one, just like Polanco and Garv 2 days ago. Come on, baby. Joe Jimenez in. Bottom of the 8th, 5-2 Atlanta. Mariners have already won the series, our 5th straight, trying to go for the sweep. But when you have Chris Sale on the mound, being as dominant as he ever was, going against our 5th hole pitcher, Emerson Hancock, you already knew it was going to be tough. But we still have a very, very small chance here, like 1% chance to try to, get 3 runs in 2 innings to try to go to extras. But realistically, Atlanta should win this unless they completely blow it. And we get extremely lucky here late. But we're going to need a little bit of luck on our side to be able to come back. 2-1 count to Demo, Dylan Moore. Let's go, Demo. Popped up. Foul ball, 2-2 count. Braves on their 4th pitcher, just like the Mariners. Anything could happen. Demo, grounder, throw to first. 1 away. Good defense there by Ozzie Albies. Well, I guess we've succumbed to losing this game because we have no Josh Rojas pitch hitting. Up to bat, third baseman, 0 for 2, Luis Urias. Should have put in Josh Rojas there, but what do I know? All right, no problem, man. If there ends up being a miracle, you'll know why. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll be streaming tomorrow for the birthday stream tomorrow. And then we got Houston Astros for 3 games, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the Minnesota Twins Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll be grinding this month. Probably have 1 day off all month this entire month of May. Chop foul. 1-2 count. Enjoy that lasagna. That sounds good. Come on, Louise. Bottom of the 8th, 5-2 Atlanta. Not the most ideal lineup as well. 1-2 pitch from Jimenez. Oh, easy routine play for Atlanta there in the outfield. 2 away. Oh, and they do have Josh Rojas coming in. At least someone's listening to me. Okay. It wasn't for the right batter for Urias, but now you got Josh Rojas in there for Sam Haggerty. Now, you should have started Josh Rojas if you actually wanted to win this game. He's the most consistent hitter on the Mariners. He went from the 9 spot to the 1. There we go. Come on, Josh. All right, sounds good. Hop in whenever you can. I know you're a busy guy. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy the lasagna and have fun with your son. Pitches low into the dirt, 1-0 count, 318 average, 3 homers and 6 ribbies for Josh Hollywood Rojas. So Josh, starting to become one of my favorite players on the Mariners based off his consistency. I'm always going to be a JP, Julio, Cal Raleigh, George Kirby, Bryce Miller guy. But as far as this season, Rojas is definitely my favorite player this season so far. Gang, gang. Go M's. 1-1. Pitch in the zone for a strike. Ahead of the count, 1-2. Come on, Josh. Popped up. Easy 3 up and 3 down inning for the Braves. 3 players running towards it, but they don't collide into each other. End of the 8th inning as we go to the top of the 9th. This one is starting to come to an end, and hopefully we don't give up any more. Stanek is coming in. Oh, this is going to get ugly. This one might end up being a 7-2, 8-2, 9-2 game if he doesn't have control. Hopefully he does. All right, next up, 2 for 4, 2 runs, an RBI and 2 Ks. Right fielder, superstar, Ronald Acuna Jr. Batting second, 1 for 3 with a run and a base on ball. Second baseman, Ozzie Air Jordan Albies. And batting third, 2 for 3 with a run, 2 RBIs, and a base on ball. Third baseman, Austin Riley. Let's go, Ems. Find a way. It's like we got a 1% chance of coming back in this game, but we got a chance. I don't really like Stanek coming in. All right, top of the ninth, 5-2 Atlanta. On Friday, we got George Kirby versus Ronald Blanco, 3-2 versus 3-0. Logan Gilbert versus Framber Valdez, 2-0 versus 1-0. And then Bryce Miller versus Christian Javier, 3-2 versus 2-0. So can't wait for us to potentially, win 2 out of 3 or possibly sweep the Houston Astros. They have been absolutely terrible this year, which doesn't hurt my feelings since they've been so good over the last 5 to 10, but we're going to have to earn it. We got both in the game instead of Stanek, thank God. Come on, Austin. Ahead of the count, 0-1. 0-1 pitch from both. In the zone, but call the ball. 1-1 count. .254 average, 1 homer and 7 ribbies for Acuna this season. Big swing and a miss, behind in the count, 1-2. Come on, Voth. Let's go. Acuna's already had plenty of damage. We don't need any more. There we go. Nice punch out. Nice job, both. 1 away. Next up for the Braves, second baseman, 1 for 3 with a run and a base on ball, Ozzie Albies. All right, come on now. 2 more batters to get out of this inning, and then we have to pray that we can find some kind of rally. Big swing and a miss. Nice cutter there by Voth. Ahead of the count, 0-1. Top of the ninth, 5-2 Atlanta. Ozzie Albies batting .333. 2 homers and 18 ribbies in 2024. .01 pitch fouled off. Behind in the count, 0-2. Come on, Voth. There we go. Flip to first. There we go. Come on, Austin. Popped up for Riley. Julio's got that. There we go. 3 up and 3 down. Nice job. Good defense, Julio. All right, now our last 3 outs to find a way for a miracle. And again, make sure you guys are taking care of your mental health, depression, anxiety, addiction. These are things a lot of people go through on the daily. And make sure you're making those minor adjustments to your day when you feel like you're slipping into the darkness, so that way that you can readjust and win the day. Exercise, cut back on the fast food, hang out with your pets. Make sure that you're checking up on friends. Go for a walk. Simple adjustments in your day can turn your life around. Big facts. All right, let's go to the bottom of the ninth here. See who we got up for the Mariners. All right, leading off for the Mariners in the bottom of the ninth, down 3 runs. Leading off 2 for 3 with a run and a K. Backup catcher, Seby Zavala. Batting second, 2 for 4 with a run, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Trident's up. And batting third, 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. Let's make it 1 for 5 and make it count. Right fielder, Mitch Haniger. Let's go, Mitch. Mariner Moose, we need you. A nice job by Austin both, baby. John in the building. What's good? Come on now. We got to find a way to dig deep. Now we got Luke Raley coming in. Not sure if it really is going to make a difference here late, but .218 average, 0 homers, and 3 ribbies. It would have been really nice to have Jonathan Clase playing instead of being sent down for Haggerty. Could really use his bat and his defense. All the way from New Zealand. What's good, my guy? Let's go. Pitch is outside. 2-1 count. Come on, Luke. Luke, I am your Faja Rayleigh. Let's go, Luke. 3-1 count. Take the walk if needed. Come on, Luke. All the way from New Zealand. Hello. There we go. Let's get the walk, baby. Thank you, Mag. Always. I got all the hats and the jerseys, the bandanas, the chains. We got a rep, man. Especially if you've been a fan since the mid-'80s. All right, here we go. Next up, Julio Rodriguez. Come on, baby. Be electric. Tridents up. Let's go. We need a homer bad here. Let's go. Let's make it 5-4 with 1 swing. Let's go. Takes a first pitch strike. 264 average, 1 homer and 11 ribbies. Julio pacing for like 18 homers. We were hoping it was going to be 30 to 40 this year, but he's only got 1 homer in like 30 games. So hopefully he can turn it on when the weather gets better. Right up the middle, though. All right, here we go. Runners at first and second. Yes, sir. 3 for 5. Let's go, baby. And just like John said, all the way from New Zealand, come on, Mitch. Make up homer needed. And if he hits a homer, it's 5-5. And if we go to extras, I feel we're going to win. It's just we have to find a way to have that big play happen. Can it happen right here? Let's go. Haniger. Or even if we could end up forcing a walk, and getting an easy one to come in. But, we have a chance here. We got runners at first and second, no outs. Of course, that's great double play material. Hopefully we don't hit and do a double play. And Mitch has been ice cold lately, though. Got to find a way to connect here. Come on, Mitch. Iglesias on the mound. Haniger in the box. 219 average, 4 homers and 18 ribbies. He is way overdue. Pitch is inside, 2-1 count. Come on, Mitch. Big swing and a miss. He is not seeing the baseball well. 2-2 count. Come on, Mitch. Let's go, baby. Bottom of the 9th, 5-2 Atlanta. Runners at first and second. 2-2 pitch from Iglesias to Mitch Haniger, 0 for 4. Haniger pops it up. Routine play to right field. Sun in his eyes. 1 away. Someone else that can be a hero, switch hitter, second baseman, Jorge Polanco. He's been seeing the baseball a little bit better as of late. Let's go, Jorge. One swing, it's tied 5-5. And if it ends up getting tied 5-5, right, we can end up going into extras in the 10th and 11th and winning. We're feeding off that momentum, but can we step up and make the big play when it counts? 2 for 4 with 2 singles and 2 RBIs here. Yeah, Haniger hasn't been locked and loaded lately. He had that grand salami a few games back, but since then been kind of cold. Popped up. Wow, how did Michael Harris catch that? You got to be shitting me. Great speed by Michael Harris. 2 away. Fucking A. That could have been huge. We could have gained at least 1 run right there if he would have dropped it or if they would have collided. Not that I want to see anyone get hurt. Yeah, this one might be over now, which it was already looking like it was over, but we have last chance now. Big dumper, and he's someone that can go for a 3-run homer. Too bad it's not against the Toronto Blue Jays, then we would have a homer. He absolutely owns them. Next up, DHing for Seattle, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Let's go, Cal. One of my favorite players on the team. Come on, Cal. A Blue Jay style collision, huh? Or if the game was in Toronto or against Toronto, Cal owns them. I mean, he can hit homers on Toronto no matter who the pitcher is, but this is the Atlanta Braves, a different type of dominance. So, bottom of the 9th, 5-2 Atlanta. We already won the series, our 5th straight. This is to get the sweep, but obviously unlikely that we do that here. Because we got too far behind too early. 0-2 pitch, and it might be over right here. Dribbler, and there it is. Final score, Atlanta Braves 5, Seattle Mariners 2. They avoid the sweep. Tough one. Again, we ended up winning our 5th straight series, but came up short here today. Congratulations to the Atlanta Braves. They earned it today. And again, I'll be back tomorrow. Birthday stream tomorrow, and we'll either do an NFL stream or we might do an NHL playoff game. I haven't really decided. Probably an NFL stream tomorrow, and then we'll be back on Friday, Saturday, Sunday versus the Houston Astros, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday against the Minnesota Twins. So thank you to everyone watching on Twitter/X as well as YouTube, and all the people that liked, shared, commented, and donated. And I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Okay.